Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Turned on the right. A rocket ride for Blade and a line drive homer. His 18th of the year, the solo shot has the Reds on the board. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. Driven to right center. At the wall. Caught! Dane Myers! A spectacular grab to deny a big fly, and the Reds shut out Cleveland 2-0.
This is deep. Did he do it? Brian Reynolds has tied this game. High fly ball, right center field, in the alley, to the track, to the wall. That ball's off the wall. The Twins are going to win the game. Caratini scores. Lee scores. The Twins rally and walk off the Royals. 3-2 the final. That's driven in the air to deep center field, and that is a glorious bomb from Shohei Ohtani.
Sam, why are there no Guardians highlights? What? Oh, they got shut out again. Third time in 4 games last night. He lost to the Reds. I'll try it again tonight. Welcome into the Sam Bourquin Show, everybody. AM 1310 WDPN. Good to have you on this Wednesday afternoon. Another beautiful day. I think some great weather is ahead the next couple of days, so make sure you get out and enjoy what is yours to enjoy. Phone lines are open, 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310. Text line always open for you, 330-944-5179. And you can also get your comments in right now on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. We got the chat open. It's all yours. Hop in. Let us know what's on your mind on this Wednesday afternoon. Sam Bourquin here. Ryan Rainsberg is
over here
on the other side of the glass. We'll be with you until 6 o'clock tonight. We are loaded today. No, we're not drunk. The show is loaded. We're going to talk guards. We're going to talk trade deadline, which is coming up Monday. We are going to talk about Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers. He struck out his 1,000th, his 1,000th strikeout today. Fans gave him about a minute and a half ovation during the game. He stepped off the mound. He tipped his cap. Does he know he's probably going to be traded here soon? We will follow. We'll talk some Ohio State Buckeye football today. We'll hear from head coach Ryan Day as part of Big Ten Media Days. Browns in the news again today, like they were last night. Last night they signed Denzel Ward to the 2-year, $62 million contract extension. Today, they do the same thing with another defensive back, Grant Delpit. We'll tell you all about that. We'll also hear from Todd Monken, Cleveland Browns head coach, on the first day of Cleveland Browns training camp. Are we done? No, we're not done. 7-on-7 scrimmage today at Louisville. Fairless Falcons and Louisville Leopards were going at it. We've got some pictures up right now on the 1310 WDPN Facebook page. Make sure you can check those out. And our very own Brian Beatty was there. He had a chance to catch up with Louisville head football coach Jake Atkins and A.J. Sarbaugh from Fairless. We'll hear both those interviews coming up here a little bit later on as well. We'll check the Major League Baseball scoreboard. Lots of baseball going on this afternoon. Sammy's best bet, 429 on this day in sports history, 529, and our poll question of the day. Lots of stuff going on. Again, we'll be with you until 6 o'clock tonight, so hop on in the chat. Give us a ring, 330-821-1310, and as they say, we'll get this baby started. What a beautiful day. Holy cow, what a beautiful day today. If you're out and about, maybe you're taking a little walk, you got your headphones with you, you're on the patio listening to the show. We certainly do appreciate that. All right. Rainsburg, first question of the day for you.
Okay.
We might make this a weekly feature. We'll see. It's just kind of worked out this way the last 3 Wednesdays. Where did I go to lunch today? We'll give you 3 guesses.
It was in Alliance, right?
Yes.
Chives.
No.
Not Paul Honore's again.
No.
Let's see. Grinders.
No.
Okay. Well, 3 strikes.
3 strikes and you're out. Doug's Classic 57 Diner today.
Oh, nice.
And you know why I went there today? Because I wanted breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have good breakfast.
Yeah, and they serve it all day. So that's where I went today. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Great service, as always. Had a nice little crowd in there today. So shout out to Doug's. That was pretty awesome. But the funny thing that I wanted to bring up is I'm sitting in my booth. I've got my phone with me. I'm doing some show stuff and tweeting some stuff out. And I look up at this, when you walk into Doug's, there's, you can go to the right. You can go up to it's not really a bar, but it's like a bar setting, a little horseshoe area in between, or you can go to your left and there are booths that you can sit in.
Yes.
So I usually sit at the same booth every time. God, I'm getting old. Everything is like regimented. Okay. So I go in, third booth down to the left. That's where I usually sit. And I looked at the menu. I pretty much knew what I wanted. And I looked up and there's this board, like this grease board, if you will. And it's got, information on the restaurant, maybe some specials that are coming up, things like that. And then I looked a little bit closer, and it says Doug's Classic 57 Diner, home of the Kim's King Kong Challenge.
Yes, the King Kong Challenge.
Yes.
The classic. It's a staple in town.
Yeah, so I didn't know of this. And right away I look and I go, huh. So there's 7 names on this board that have completed the King Kong Challenge. And it shows the name of the person and the date and how long it took them to finish it off. So those of you that are familiar with the King Kong Challenge, you've got to finish off 3 King Kong Deluxes.
Oh, God.
1 order of French fries, another side, and a quart of soda. Now, I don't know what is all in the King Kong Challenge, but I think it's like a ton of eggs, a ton of home fries, a ton of sausage or bacon and toast, and it's a thing. So I'm like, well, I wonder who's done this. Maybe I'll know somebody on the list. 7 or 8 people. I'm looking at the board. Nope, don't know that one. Don't know him. Don't know him. Aha! The 4th name down. Head football coach of the Alliance Aviators, Tim Goodman, took down the King Kong Challenge in 28 minutes.
Good Lord, man.
And my first thought was, well, maybe we need to have a little contest. Now, again, I don't know what is all in the King Kong Challenge. My Alliance friends, everybody listening in the Carnation City, up and down State Street, let me know what's in that challenge, because I'm going to tell you what, I think I could give Coach Goodman a run for his money at Doug's Classic 57 Diner. We should do it one night. Maybe even do it, maybe have a fundraiser or something like that, and see who can finish off the King Kong Challenge the fastest.
Well, it's funny because I thought it was, you made it sound like a breakfast thing. I thought it was like a cheeseburger challenge.
Oh, I don't know. I see. I even brought the menu. I brought the menu with me back to the station because my memory sucks.
Doug's, if you're missing the menu, I found it.
So, well, it says I could take it.
Oh, okay.
See there, it says free.
Okay,
Please
that's
take
good.
one. So I took one. And there's also a QR code on here. I could probably, but I got the menu here in front of me, and I'm opening it up, but it doesn't tell me what the King Kong thing is, like
Smart.
what all the food I would have to eat. So maybe it's not breakfast. I don't know. Maybe it's because it says there are 3 King Kong Deluxes, French
Which
fries,
are cheeseburgers, I believe.
yeah, okay, and then fries, then another side, then a quart of soda. So maybe it is. Maybe it's 3 big giant burgers. I thought it was a humongous breakfast, which I know I can.
I
can
thought
take.
it was 1 giant burger, not 3 burgers. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, if it was breakfast, I think I could take Coach. I think I could take him. But burgers, man, I get filled up really quick on those. But I think it would be fun to do. So if you see Coach, tell him Sammy B wants to meet up over at Doug's, and we'll have a little fun with the King Kong challenge. But yeah, his name's up there. He did it October 24th. About 2 years ago. Under a half an hour, he got it in. So now I got to know what this whole thing's about. But anyway, had a good lunch over there. Had a good breakfast there today, I should say. And it was really awesome. So shout out to Doug's. Good job. You got to sponsor the show. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Phone lines open at 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310. Let's get you up to date on the Major League Baseball scoreboard right now, as there are a lot of baseball games today. I was a little surprised that the Guardians and the Reds didn't play a little getaway today. But seeing the Guards are off tomorrow, they could go ahead and play at night and it wouldn't matter. So on the scoreboard right now, games in progress. Top of the 8th inning, Blue Jays lead the Nationals 2-1. Boy, Detroit's in a dogfight. Tigers 7, Orioles 5 in the top of the 8th inning. Bottom of the 7th. It's the Mets over the Braves by the score of 3-2. And do we have any finals in today? We do. 1. Marlins beat the Phillies by the score of 8-6. And the Diamondbacks shut out the Pirates by a score of 3-0. Division scoreboard watching tonight. Royals are at the Twins at 7:40. Yankees are at the White Sox tonight at 7:40. As of right now, the White Sox are 56-51. Guards 55-54. They are a game and a half behind. Here come the Twins, 54-54. They're 2 games back. Here comes Detroit. Hey, Detroit's only 5 out now, by the way, 51-57. So the American League Central is tightening up. But I just want to go back to last night's game just for a minute. What the heck? We were shut out again, 2-0. It's the 3rd time in 4 games the Guardians have been shut out. We got 3 hits last night. 3. And guess what happened last night again? One of our pitchers did his job to the best of his ability. And we're talking about Gavin Williams. The big rig goes 7 innings last night, 3 hits, 2 runs. He struck out 12, and he walked only 1. Couldn't get a stinking run for Gavin Williams last night. Couldn't get him a run. I don't know how our pitchers don't just blow a gasket in the clubhouse after the games. Honest to God. Every time they go out and they battle their rear end off, striking out double figures, giving up just a handful of hits, a run or 2, and they got nothing to show for it in the win column for the team or themselves. I don't know how they do it. How does Gavin Williams and Tanner Bybee and some nights Joey Cantillo, how do they not just want to go off on somebody in the clubhouse? And maybe they want to, and maybe Stephen Vogt steps in front of them and says, no, don't do that. I don't know. But that's just, our offense. Good Lord, it is bad. It's so bad. Gotta figure it out. Oh, wait. We're just going to keep bringing young kids up. No veteran leadership. We're probably not going to make any. And I was thinking about this today, too. I've been on this I guess I call it a soapbox. If the Guardians are going to do anything serious, and I mean, go to the ALCS or maybe go to the World Series, I've been saying that they need 2 bats and an arm. 2 bats and an arm, and then I say, okay, well, I'll settle for 1 bat and 1 arm. You know what? No, that's not enough. It's not enough. They need 3 or 4 bats and an arm, and we know they're not going to do that. That's kind of where we're at. Another wasted pitching performance last night by Gavin Williams, and the Guardians fall 2-0. 3 hits. We'll do it again tonight. 7:10 at the Great American Ballpark. Joey Cantillo, Brady Singer, the pitching matchup at 7:10. All right, we got lots to get to. Lots to get to. Get those comments in on the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Phones are open, 330-821-1310. We're going to talk Browns. We're going to talk Buckeyes. We're going to talk Guardians. We're going to talk Fairless Louisville 7-on-7 today. And we got some other NFL stuff to get to as well. So we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll fire in on the Sam Bourquin Show. Here we go, 1310 WDPN.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, is hiring traffic control flaggers, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
In classrooms across the country, chronic absenteeism is on the rise.
Sophia A., grade 4, absent.
Julio M., grade 6, absent.
Aisha S., grade 12, absent.
These absences are often due to the absence of crucial needs, like transportation, healthcare, a working computer, mental health support. The list goes on.
Olivia H., absent.
Preston L., absent.
Chloe B., absent.
The reasons why they're absent are very real. And yet the solution is someone present to help them along their path. When site coordinators from communities and schools are on hand, they connect kids to the resources they need. And when they do, 99% of students are present and remain in school throughout the year.
Jacob O., grade 10,
Present.
Communities and Schools works directly with students, helping them overcome obstacles to succeed in school and in life. Learn more at communitiesinschools.org. Being present matters.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. 1310 WDPN. It's the Sam Bourquin Show. All right, Purple Suit says, Sam, have you taken the King Kong Challenge yet? No, I haven't. I didn't know about it till today. I looked up on the board. So he goes on to say, okay, here's what it is. 3 King Kong burgers, 2 third-pound burgers each. Oh, God. Order of fries, another side, and a quart of soda. And then he goes on to say, Sammy, easy peasy. Oh, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you got to do it under half an hour. Coach Goodman did it in like 28 minutes. It's a lot of food. It's a lot of food. Maybe if I could do like a fast and go in there, maybe I can do it. Well, we'll see. We'll definitely keep it. I got the menu here. Just as I'll hold it up here for you. If you're watching on the live stream, I got the menu here, and I'll keep this for safekeeping in case we get a chance to take that challenge here someday. So let's do the quick math here. 3 King Kong burgers, and on each one there's 2 third pound. So that's third pound. That's like 2 pounds just with the sandwiches.
Yeah, and they also have bacon and ham on them apparently.
Ooh, okay, I'm that's fine.
Yeah,
and then
all the toppings.
Of course,
all the typical toppings.
I'd have to load mine up with ketchup and mayo.
Oh, that's on there.
Okay,
it's pretty much an everything they have back there on one sandwich. All the meats, all the condiments, all the veggies, quote unquote veggies in that situation.
So and then excuses. You get an order of fries and then another side.
Yes, cold side. You can get a salad to make yourself feel healthy.
All right. Well, let me see here.
Get a salad with that 3 pounds of meat.
That's right. Wash it all down. Let me see here. What else do I have? I'm looking for a la carte sides on here.
I feel my arteries clogging up just thinking about it.
Oh, I bet it's so good though. Ooh, well, they got desserts too. I didn't know that. All right. Well, we will definitely keep that on the burner for sure.
I'm not keeping that anywhere. That's fine. I don't need that. There's 3 different cheeses on it too. Swiss, American, and cheddar, I think you said.
Oh, just keep adding stuff on there. Why don't you?
No, that's everything. I forgot about the cheeses because there was 3. I remember what they all were.
Wow.
At first. Can't forget about all 3 cheeses.
What's up, Sam? Eating the old 96er? Ha ha. What's the old 96er?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Is that like an eating contest?
It would have to be.
That if you win it, you get a prize or something?
Mm-hmm.
Scooter, what's the 96er?
That's an American staple. Eating way too much food and getting a prize for it.
Right.
That's the American
way. How
way.
American is that?
That's the most American
gorge
thing ever.
yourself to where you can't breathe or move and get a prize.
Yeah.
And be happy.
Eat yourself sick and then get your name on the wall for it. Hey, at least it's free. That's how they get you.
If you finish it.
Yeah. But
finish it.
The moment you see that, you're like, well, I mean, how hard could it be? It's free.
I wish they would do a breakfast thing. I could do it. For some reason, I can wolf breakfast down at an alarming rate as compared to like lunch and dinner foods. I mean, I could just absolutely destroy a big breakfast platter of everything that they have.
Sal checking in. He says, Sam versus Joey Chestnut.
Oh, that would not be a contest.
Nope, we ran over the break.
I'd be cooked. We ran over the break?
Yeah, Joey the Jaw Chestnut and talking about stuff like that.
That's all right. All right, well, we went over the break. Nobody hurt. More of us, all right? Here comes the news and weather, 1310 WDP, and stay with us. Lots coming your way.
Now, the latest area news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 3:30. Anthony Fauci refused to testify, and yet his non-testimony turned raucous Wednesday morning. Fauci, the former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and public face of the federal government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, refused to answer questions from Kentucky Senator Rand Paul and his Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs. Paul chastised Fauci for invoking the Fifth Amendment after having received a pardon on President Biden's last day in office. That, Paul argued, should have precluded Fauci from pleading the Fifth, since a man with a presidential pardon cannot incriminate himself. David Schertler ceded the right of Fauci began speaking. Paul said the attorney had not been recognized to speak and was not authorized to sit at the table. When he continued speaking, Paul had him escorted from the room. Fauci's other attorneys remained in the room. Health officials located the diaries of Dr. Anthony Fauci across 11 separate servers after obtaining the private entries. The Department of Health and Human Services handed over the documents to Senators Rand Paul and Ron Johnson, who are investigating the origins of COVID and the response to the pandemic. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr., whose agency oversees NIH, said, "I think the starkest impression you get from reading the diaries is the massive dichotomy between what Fauci was saying privately and what he was simultaneously saying publicly." Federal appeals court turned down an attempt from Democrats, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, to block the president's overhaul of rules for mail-in voting. Court of Appeals panel upheld a May ruling from a federal judge in Washington that rejected a request from Democrats for a preliminary injunction against an order that directed federal officials to compile lists of American citizens and compel states to only let people on the list register to vote and vote in elections. Judges on the panel said at the present time they cannot act against the order. Mayor Zoran Mamdani's administration has published a searchable database of Big Apple properties that could fall under the state's new second residence tax, effectively doxing thousands of wealthy New Yorkers. The city's Department of Finance uploaded the list, which purports to cover all unoccupied non-primary residences in the 5 boroughs worth above $1 million. It includes full names and addresses of every property owner. Database included several A-list New Yorkers, including director Woody Allen, Vogue magazine editor Anna Wintour, and actress Cynthia Nixon, a loyal Mamdani supporter. Post counted over 960,000 residences and individuals in line to be hit, though just 31,000 were supposed to be subjected to the new levy as sold to the public by Mamdani and Governor Kathy Hochul. Haiti's Provisional Electoral Council said Monday the country will hold presidential elections in December. Haiti has not held any elections since November 2016's presidential race, resulting in the victory of Jovenel Moïse, who postponed 2019 legislative elections and was ruling by decree until his assassination in July 2021. That led to violent gangs overrunning the nation and taking control of a large swath of territory, including areas of the capital city of Port-au-Prince. New surge of gang violence halted initial efforts to hold an election this year. Haiti's top electoral authority published its calendar Monday, marking December 13th as the date of the first round of new presidential and legislative elections, with a runoff slated for February 21st. 78 degrees at 3:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Meteorologist Mark Johnson has the latest forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sunshine galore through your Wednesday afternoon. A couple of clouds cosmetically filtering in, a high of 78 warm degrees. Overnight, clear and starry with a low down to 59. Comfortable for sleeping. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
Hey, Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping?
What?
What?
1310 WDPN, welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Get on in right now, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel in the chat. Some pretty funny stuff going on in there right now. If you want to check that out and leave a post as well. Phones are ringing, ready to roll, 330-821-1310.
Scooter said the old 96 was from The Great Outdoors with Sean Candy.
Okay.
And what's his face? Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Danny.
Well, John Candy could put some food away, couldn't he?
Oh, my
God. I miss him. He's one of my favorites.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just funny. I mean, I don't know him personally. I didn't know him personally, obviously. No. But just funny, kind of just like go with the flow, like in his movies. It just, nothing bothered him. It was, I don't know. I really thought he died at a very young age, too.
Yeah.
Was he in his 60s? John Candy?
No, I think John Candy
or did he
died
pass in his 50s?
Late 40s, early 50s.
Oh,
Hold on.
God. I just thought he was such a cool person. Man.
Uncle Buck's a classic.
Uncle Buck, Great Outdoors, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, I love Planes, Trains.
He was the best. I really do miss him. Sam, I guarantee that Doug's Classic 57 Diner would make a Sammy breakfast challenge. Okay, I'm in. Wow, I'm in, man. Let's go.
He was 44.
44!
1950 to 1994.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't think he was that old.
Oh, that's awful.
There's a great documentary that came out about him recently. It's called John Candy, I Like Me. You should watch that.
Yes. Yeah. Honest to God, we watched a horrible movie last night. Oh, my God.
Awesome.
I don't want to get too off track here, and if I get sideways here, just put your hands up. But we watched the movie last night. Of course, I can't remember the name of it. It was so bad. Something about Jack Ryan, Ghost.
Oh.
It just came out.
Yeah.
2026. Oh,
Ghost War or something.
Yes. It was so bad. It was so bad. Look, the acting wasn't bad, but the plot, it was so confusing. And Dylan and I were like, we watched it last night. We put on about 10:30. I said, this is about an hour and 40 minutes, midnight, 12:30, perfect. And we just sat there and we looked at each other like, what is going on? Who is who? Who is good? Who is bad? What is the plot? What is going? It was just bad.
I'll admit, I think that's like the second or third in a franchise, if I do believe so. I haven't seen any of them, but I know I've seen trailers.
So this may have been a second or third of something?
Yeah, I think so. Because that's got what's his face in it from A Quiet Place. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I mean, like I said, the acting was decent. It was good.
he's a good actor.
But
you saw A Quiet Place.
I saw
he's
A
incredible
Quiet Place.
in that.
But I just couldn't. I didn't know where this thing was going. I didn't know what it was about. And then after the movie, I said, "What the?" So I got on. It said 40% Rotten Tomatoes. Well, that's not a very good score. And sometimes that means something. Sometimes it doesn't. It's all in the eye of the beholder. I mean, some people probably love that movie, but I couldn't follow it. Yeah, he couldn't. I could not understand what was. And they bounced around to like 6 different cities, like
nice.
Vegas, New York, Dubai, United Kingdom, New York. I mean, I could not keep up with what was going on. But we watched it.
Big budget movie these days.
So we finished it, and then, that was it. But after the movie was over, I was skimming around, and I saw what you just talked about, the John Candy thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
very good
going to watch it, and I figured, I don't want to be depressed and go to bed.
Yeah, it's a sad movie.
You know what I mean?
Obviously.
And I figured it was at least an hour and a half, and I just no, I just watched a horrible movie. I don't want to see this about John Candy and be all upset about it. So I didn't watch
some
it.
really good interviews. I think Bill Murray's in there, Dan Aykroyd, a bunch of different of those old school comedians from back in the day.
Huh.
It's great.
Let's see here. Uncle Buck rules. Jim from The Office can't be an action star. Okay.
He's talking about the guy from that we were talking about from A Quiet Place, whose name we can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember it. Yeah.
So
watched the bad movie last night, 40% Rotten Tomatoes, and we'll try it again tonight. What can I say? All right. Let me get into the Browns here a minute. A couple of minutes. We're gonna hear from Todd Monken as well. He had a little press conference today. He also talked a couple of times about
Thank You Purple Suit, John
Denzel
Krasinski.
Ward. Oh, is that who it was?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Suit. By the way, Purple Suit, where were you yesterday on our poll question of the day? Your favorite Mount Union football memory? Never heard a peep from you yesterday.
Yeah, Sam was not happy.
I was not happy with a lot of you chatters yesterday.
Our regulars.
Nowhere to be found. I said, we're talking about Mount football, great memories. This is going to be awesome. People are going to be, reeling off games and coaches and road trips and national championships and tailgate. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You guys are fired. You're all fired.
Oh, Purple Suit says 08 or 05 Stag Bowl.
Yeah, too late. Too late. We're not reading any more of your stuff today. All right. So the Browns are opening up training camp today. And obviously the huge talking point is what? It's the quarterback room, right? It's Shedeur, it's Deshaun, it's Dylan Gabriel. That's the big thing. So yesterday the Browns give an extension to Denzel Ward, 2 years, $62.2 million. And then today they re-up with Grant Delpit for, I think, $16 million a year, next couple of years, and some guaranteed money. So a pretty good chunk of change for Grant Delpit. But we fired up the poll question today, which you get your comments in as well on social media, or you can give us a ring at 330-821-1310. Besides the quarterback room, what are your top storylines at the beginning of Cleveland Browns training camp? We know it's the quarter. We know that's the big one. I want to peel the layers back a little bit today, and I want you to tell me what your top storylines are outside of the quarterback room. What do you think? Is it the offensive line? Is it the wide receiver room? Is Harold Fannin Jr. going to have another great year for the second year in a row? Is it going to be how are they going to play defensively without Jim Schwartz? Is there going to be the early comparison of Myles Garrett and Jared Verse? What are the storylines for you? What are the big storylines? What will you be following as we open up training camp today up in Berea? As a Browns fan, as an NFL fan, what storylines are you following the most besides the quarterback room? 330-821-1310. Get your comments in. Q92 Radio YouTube channel. John says replacing Myles. How will Jared Verse do? Question mark.
Yeah, that's what I'm really curious about.
Mike says losing Myles. Pat says I'm interested in the defense. Tony the Roofer, the wide receiving room. Bill Wright, Bill, hope you're well down there in Canton South, says I'm interested in the Browns offensive line and seeing how Spencer Fano does after being drafted.
Scooter says the offensive line and the DBs.
Well, the DBs are getting paid. they're getting paid, right? Delpit and Denzel just got paid. So, yeah, I guess that's something we could look at. Eric says life without Myles, and, of course, who the starting quarterback will be. Joseph says, Sam, I don't care. I want to know who's buying the first beer at the Muni lot. Well, there'll be a lot of that. Alan Akron says the lines on both sides of the ball. And at the end of the day, that's where it all starts, right? I hate to be Mr., but that's where it all starts. It's the dudes in the trenches. It's the guys on the offensive line, the guys on the defensive line. And if you don't do that well on either side, then it doesn't really matter. If you can't block, running backs can't go anywhere. If you can't pass protect, your quarterback's going to be on his butt. Defensively, if you're not plugging up the holes and getting penetration, running backs are going to run all over you. And you'll be looking at them. There they go. 10-5 touchdown. Line of scrimmage. Since the game of football was invented, it's always been the line of scrimmage. Our offensive line, man, is almost completely redone. Completely redone. We've got rookies and free agents on that offensive line. Defensive line, obviously, no Myles. No Myles coming off the edge. That's where it all starts. But then with the Browns, there's so many other things that you got to worry about, that you got to look at. The wide receiving room.
Thomas checking in on YouTube for the running back room says that should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Quinshawn and Dylan Sam. I mean, where are we going there? And then you look at the wide receiver room. You know who I'm looking at? I'm gonna watch the kid out of Texas A&M, Casey Concepcion. He's going to wear number 1. That's his jersey number. That's who I'm going to watch. Do you know why I'm going to watch him the most? I got to make sure I don't go over here. You know why I'm going to watch him the most? Because coming out of Texas A&M, what was his problem? Too many dropped passes. They say it's correctable. They say you can fix that. You can teach them how to not drop passes.
I don't know about that.
How to catch them. I don't know about that either. You can get on the jugs gun. You can play catch with a quarterback, have him throw you 500 passes a day. You can run different routes. You can do different things. You can do the soft hands drills, whatever it takes. And I know the wide receiver coach and the head coach, they'll work with him. But when you already have a bugaboo, when you already have a problem coming out of college that you had the dropsies, to me, That's a concern. I was concerned about that when they drafted him. Does he have incredible speed? Absolutely. Can he go with a 10-yard pass and turn it into a 90-yard touchdown? Absolutely. Can he go yards after the catch at a very high level? Yes. That's all well and good. But you can't do any of that other stuff if you don't what? If you don't catch the ball.
I don't know, Sam. That sounds to me like a bit of a hand-eye coordination problem. Maybe you should play some Call of Duty. That's good for hand-eye coordination.
I mean, when I don't want to worry about a guy dropping passes.
No, that you shouldn't have to worry about
coming out of college.
No, not on an NFL team.
And if I'm going to draft him that high, I don't want to look down the chart where it says needs work holding on to the football. You're a wide receiver.
That's your
job. Catch the ball and block downfield. I mean, you can run great routes. You can block downfield. You can sprint 80 yards to the end zone, but you got to have the ball. And I don't want to worry about you dropping the ball. Texas A&M, it was throw, run, go here, go there, catch the ball, turn it into something else. Be the explosiveness, which is what we need. Concepcion can burn. He can get away from defenders. He can run away. But he has had trouble catching the ball. And folks, not that I played at that level, but it's a whole hell of a lot harder to catch the ball in the NFL than it is college. The defensive backs are all over you from the word go. You're not going to be wide open like you were at Texas A&M when you're playing Louisiana Tech. Okay, those days are over. You got to be in concert with your quarterback, whether it's a 3-yard pitch, a 7-yard out, a 15-yard curl, or a 40-yard post. You got to be in tune with your QB. You have got to catch the ball. And that worries me. And what worries me the most, if he has dropsies in camp, if he has the dropsies in the controlled scrimmages that they've got coming up, and if he boots the ball around during the preseason, guess what? It's all going to come around. Everybody's going to be saying, yeah, you shouldn't have taken this kid. You knew he couldn't hold on to the ball. Why did you waste a draft pick on that guy? That's going to happen. And then his confidence will go. And then you got a real big problem. That's what I'm going to be watching. The wide receiver room, but more importantly, I'm going to be watching KC Concepcion. What will you be watching? What are your top storylines outside of the quarterback room? That's our poll question of the day. Get your comments in. Q92 Radio YouTube channel. You can also text the show at 330-944-5179. We'll take a break. We'll come back and hear from Coach Monken on Denzel Ward and his contract extension. All that and more coming up. 1310 WDPN.
Music and intelligence for your life.
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day. We have a room full of researchers gathering the information and ideas you need to make your life simpler and better, and to make you the smartest person in the room. Join me for Music and Intelligence for Your Life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday, only on AM 1310 WDPN.
You heard it on the John Tesh Radio Show.
High school football returns to WDPN Friday night, August 21st. This is Christian Bigglesworth. My partner Derek Dimmitt and I will be calling the action all season long. And the games will also be streaming live on AM 1310's Facebook and X pages, as well as the Q92 YouTube channel. Get ready for another amazing season of high school football, starting August 21st, right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Most pests hide in the shadows, just out of sight. But even as they go unnoticed, they can still put our health at risk. Often drawn to food, moisture, and clutter, pests can spread dangerous bacteria, trigger allergies, and also transmit diseases. In our homes, our workplaces, and even outdoors, pests are a serious health and safety threat. Knowing what to look for can help protect your health. Learn more at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
$1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Tom says, Sam, the Browns running back room could be interesting. No doubt. No doubt. I hope Quinshawn can stay healthy. He can stay healthy. He could be. I love the way he runs violently. And he holds on to the ball for the most part. That's another great part I like about him. Sam just saw this on X. I did too. I wanted to bring it up, but not because I'm really happy about it. Jadeveon Clowney visiting Cleveland Browns camp today, and they're talking about they may sign him. What? I don't want Jadeveon Clowney anywhere near this football team. Why in the hell would you reach out to him or let him come in here? Why would you sign him? Do you not know what happened last time he was here? The only time he was here? He was a disruption. He was a pain in the ass. I don't want Jadeveon Clowney on this football team. Did I make myself perfectly clear? Straight up telling coaches during a game, no, I'm not going in. I'm not playing third down. No, take me out of the game. I'm unavailable. No. Why would you even have this guy in Berea? Jadeveon Clowney.
I bet everybody's mad you didn't let me read that first. I wasn't going to get it wrong, though. I had Jadeveon in my head, so.
Get him, take him to the city limits and get him out of here. Jadeveon Clowney.
He's got a fun name to say.
Well, that's about it. I've had enough of him.
His name's silly.
Sam, the defense will be fine with Verse, Mason Graham, Schlesinger, and now our DB's getting paid. Big question is Watson. Hasn't been worth a darn in years, and Shedeur was the worst quarterback in the NFL last year. Well, we get to watch it. We get to watch it all play out, don't we? Now, we did tighten up the defensive back room. Boy, we're throwing a lot of money at these guys. I guess there's the money to spend. Okay. Jeez Louise, we're just firing money out at these guys. Head coach Todd Monken, we're going to go back to back here. Head coach of the Browns, Todd Monken, at the camp today, talking about defensive back Denzel Ward and what he brings to the table, and happy that he got his extension.
Wait, did you want me to play the Ward clips or the Monken clips?
I'm sorry.
Ward talking.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go with Denzel.
Okay, my bad. We're good.
And for Cleveland, I'm a Cleveland kid through and through, and this is where I'm at, and this is where I want to be.
and this is where I'm going to go and play hard and try to fight to get wins, and whoever's here, that's who we go fight with, and that's who we go work with.
All right, I think we got another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and just play them back to back.
Really just thinking about, like, I'm from Cleveland, you know, this is the city I'm from. I've always played in Ohio. I'm an Ohio kid, and it's just grateful to be able to come and play for my hometown team. You know, not many people get to do that, so just to be able to get back to this city, I feel that deserves win, and deserves a lot more. I just want to be a part of that once we get this thing going.
All right, there's Denzel Ward at camp today. A couple of cuts from him. He got his contract extension yesterday. And Denzel's a great kid. I interviewed Denzel when he was in the midst of picking his college when I was working up at Akron. When he was with Nordonia High School, after he picked Ohio State, was lucky enough to have him on. And we talked a little bit and had a great career at Nordonia, great career at Ohio State. He's had a really nice career at Cleveland. Only problem is injuries. Denzel's not very big, but he plays big. And sometimes that kind of gets in the way. It hurts him a little bit. He's not a very big dude, but he can cover, man. He can cover. He can break up passes, and I'm good for him. Denzel is solid people. Solid people. 5:30-ish, we're going to hear from Todd Monken on Denzel Ward and what else is going on today up at camp in Berea. First day of camp. Folks, I've been watching clips of training camps all over the NFL today. It's the end of July. And it's like, here we are. Here we are. It's here. It's no more, a couple more months down the road. We got 3 weeks yet. No, it's here. It's insane. Pro Football Hall of Fame game coming up here very, very soon. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to kick off the NFL season. Cardinals and Panthers will get together. It's here. NFL football is here. Look at your calendar. We're about to change that baby to August. And once again, the summer is going way too fast. News and weather coming up next on the show, 1310 WDPN.
Keeping Alliance entertained and informed for over a half a century. AM 1310 WDPN Alliance.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Renewed hostilities between the U.S. and Iran creating more economic uncertainty. The Federal Reserve Board wrapping up its two-day policy meeting and leaving interest rates unchanged for now. New Fed Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh says the U.S. economy is showing resilience, but they're also watching many factors.
The policy statement conveys just the facts. It's steering clear of forecasting, a choice we consider especially prudent at these uncertain times. Uncertainty, however, does not mean a lack of clarity.
Tense moments on Capitol Hill today. Dr. Anthony Fauci appearing before a Senate hearing on the COVID response. He invoked his Fifth Amendment rights and declined to answer questions. Fauci headed the White House coronavirus task force for both the Trump and Biden administrations. He received a preemptive pardon from Biden. The winning ticket in last night's Mega Millions drawing was sold at a Wawa in Bradenton, Florida. The jackpot, $800 million. This is ABC News.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each. $30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:02. An Alliance police sergeant is sentenced for a crash in Austintown. Ethan Griffith was given probation and a $715 fine for fleeing the scene of the crash in June. He was placed on unpaid administrative leave after the incident. Griffith was arrested Tuesday on a felony count of endangering children. He reportedly hit a 4-year-old boy at White House Fruit Farm in Canfield Sunday. Police said the incident took place as the boy was visiting his mother and Griffith, who is her fiance. The blows reportedly left marks on the boy's face. Griffith will appear in Mahoning County Court in Sebring Thursday morning. Canton police investigating after gunfire struck a home early Tuesday. Officers say the shooting happened between 4:30 and 5:15 at a home in the 1600 block of Roland Avenue Northeast. According to a police report, multiple bullets hit the house, damaging a window and items inside. 3 people were in the home at the time, including 2 young children. No injuries were reported. Canton police say an 80-year-old man who went missing over the weekend has been found safe. Sam Gilmore was last seen Saturday afternoon walking to Woodlawn Market in Jackson Township. Police had asked for the public's help locating Gilmore. No other details have been released. Diebold Nixdorf reporting second quarter growth. The North Canton-based maker of ATMs and point-of-sale checkout systems says revenue grew more than 1% year over year to $930.8 million, while orders increased 3%. Diebold Nixdorf reports net income rose 28%, adjusted earnings increased 8%, and earnings per share grew 33% compared to the second quarter of last year. Retail business saw more than 20% growth for the second straight quarter. Lake Township trustees approved bringing down an unsafe building. The board authorized the demolition of a vacant house at 3574 Pine Street Northwest Monday and ordered nuisance abatement at properties on Shoshone Avenue and Kane Street for overgrown vegetation, garbage, and debris. Trustees also swore in Daryl Clater as a new full-time Uniontown police officer and approved more than $386,000 in expenditures. People are being advised to avoid swimming at West Branch Lake after tests found high levels of E. coli bacteria. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources issued the advisory for the Michael Kirwan Reservoir in Portage County. Water sample taken Monday showed levels above the state's recreational limit. Exposure to E. coli can cause illness, including stomach pain and diarrhea. Motorcyclist taken to a Youngstown hospital after a crash this morning in Hanover Township. The Highway Patrol says it happened on Route 30 near Lindesmith Road around 7:30. Medical helicopter was called to the Hanover Township garage where EMTs transported the victim. Their condition and details of the crash were not available. The Columbiana County Board of Elections has a new member. Peggy Caratelli of East Palestine was sworn in Tuesday to fill the term of Greg Smith of Salem, who resigned in May. The term expires in February 2029. Caratelli was recommended by the county Republican Party and appointed by the Ohio Secretary of State. She's volunteered with the County Board of Elections since 2020 and serves as treasurer of the County Republican Party. Village of Sebring is without a manager after Chris Frazier's departure. He was hired in March to replace Tim Gabrelsic, who resigned. Frazier declined to comment about his exit. Village Council held a special meeting July 21st, including an executive session. It isn't known whether that session was connected to Frazier's status. A 4-year-old died after a single-vehicle crash on Route 224 in Poland. The Highway Patrol says an SUV left the road around 5:15 Tuesday afternoon, hit an embankment and a tree before stopping in a culvert. The 61-year-old driver and 2 children were taken to a hospital. Troopers say none of the occupants were properly restrained, and drug impairment is believed to be a factor. The crash is under investigation. A Youngstown man accused in a July 2022 kidnapping case will not face a duplicate charge in municipal court. Officials dismissed an additional kidnapping count against 35-year-old Terrence Mackin because it matched a charge pending in Mahoning County Common Pleas Court. Mackin was recently arrested after 3 years as a fugitive. He's charged with kidnapping, felonious assault, and aggravated robbery. He remains jailed on $750,000 bond. Youngstown man accused in a Boardman drive-by shooting is out of jail after charges were dismissed. Prosecutors asked a judge to drop 4 counts against 35-year-old Eugene Tompkins, including 2 counts of felonious assault. Court records say the case was dismissed for further investigation, but prosecutors could refile less serious charges. Police say the July 11th shooting injured 2 adults while 2 children were inside the vehicle. The Richland County Coroner's Office and Sheriff's Office investigating the death of a man who was found in a river Tuesday morning. A 911 call reported a person found unresponsive in the river near the intersection of Gatton Rocks and Cutnaw Roads in Jefferson Township. The Coroner's Office identified the man as 66-year-old Jeffrey Rapp of Mansfield. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations assisted with processing the scene. Cause of death is pending an autopsy scheduled for tomorrow. 78 degrees at 4:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Area Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sunny skies for the most part through your afternoon. There'll be a couple of clouds mixing in here and there. Dry, lower humidity, comfortable weather, 78 degrees. Overnight, clear and starry skies again, staying cooler. Our low, 59. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Turned on the right. A rocket ride for Blade and a line drive homer. His 18th of the year, the solo shot has the Reds on the board. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. Driven to right center. At the wall. Caught! Dane Myers! A spectacular grab to deny a big fly. And the Reds shut out Cleveland 2-0.
This is deep. Did he do it? Brian Reynolds has tied this game. High fly ball, right center field, in the alley, to the track, to the wall. That ball's off the wall. The Twins are going to win the game. Caratini scores. Lee scores. The Twins rally and walk off the Royals. 3-2 the final. That's driven in the air to deep center field, and that is a glorious bomb from Shohei Ohtani.
A lot of baseball highlights last night. None regarding the Cleveland Guardians as they got shut out again last night. Third time in 4 games by Cincinnati. Welcome into the Sam Bourquin Show, Hour 2, right here on AM 1310 WDPN. Don't forget you can always listen to the show. You can watch the show on the WDPN Facebook page, the Sam Bourquin Show page on Facebook, the Q92 Sports Facebook page, and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. You can also watch and listen to the show at AM 1310 WDPN on X. We talked a little Browns. We talked a little Guards in the first hour. We talked about my glorious breakfast at Doug's 57 Diner today, which was really cool. Got to check out the big board today. You know, the board that people had finished off Kim's King Kong Challenge. And I saw Alliance football coach Tim Goodman's name up there. I think we should have a little showdown. Me and Coach, a little fundraiser maybe. What do you say?
Is the list of names on that pamphlet too?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, just I was going off the board inside the restaurant today. But I did bring the menu back with me as a reminder. Maybe someday we could have a little fun over there and maybe take part in that challenge.
Well, my brother claims to have done it. Did you see my last name up there? You remember seeing my name?
No, I would have noticed it.
You would have noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, because there's not that many names up there.
I'm going to have to call him out. Call him like, Nathan, what are you doing? You lied to me. Sam was there.
I was there.
He didn't see your name.
I did not. And I got to imagine if somebody just did it. January, February. I think somebody just did it in May.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember seeing a 5-26. So somebody just did it recently, but I forget the name of the person on there.
I wonder if they reset the list when they changed owners, because feel like that was a pretty long list the last time I was there, but that was before they changed owners a couple years ago.
Oh, I did not know that they changed owners. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know that they changed owners, but from what I understand, the new owners just kept all the recipes and employees and just kind of kept it as it was. They just wanted to bankroll it, I guess. So.
Okay.
I've had breakfast there since then. It's great.
Oh, yeah. It's I go over there a lot during basketball season. Like if we have like an early afternoon tip-off, I'll go over there before I go over to Mount. And, good stuff. Super, super good stuff. Phone lines are open 330-821-1310. 330-821-1310. Get your comments in the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Heard from Denzel Ward earlier in the show. We'll hear from Todd Monken coming up a little bit later on. We're going to hear from Ohio State head football coach Ryan Day here. And we're also going to hear from Fairless head coach A.J. Sarbaugh and the new head football coach at Louisville, Jake Atkins. The Leopards and the Falcons had a little 7-on-7 passing scrimmage today over at Louisville. Our very own Brian Beatty was on hand, got some great photos. Those are posted up on the WDPN Facebook page. If you want to go check those out and spread the word. And we're going to hear Brian's interviews with Coach A.J. and Coach Atkins coming up here in just a little bit. 4:29 on this day in sports history. 5:29 today on this day. I just said that, didn't I? 4:29, Sammy's best bet. 5:29 on this day in sports history. Our poll question of the day. Get your comments in. Get your calls in. Get your text in. Besides the quarterback room, what are your big storylines on the first day of Browns training camp? We all know that's the big headline. Deshaun, Shador, Deshaun. Outside of that, in your opinion, what are the big storylines for Cleveland Browns training camp as it officially got underway today up in Berea? What are you looking at?
I gotta
What do you
imagine
think?
like a close second overall is just how the team's going to be without Myles Garrett this year.
Yes, that's getting a lot of run. Myles Garrett out, Jared Verse in. A lot of people talking about the running back room. How's Quinshawn going to do? How's he going to hold up? The wide receiving room, which I touched on a little bit earlier. I'll be watching KC Concepcion and if he can catch the ball. I don't want to see a bunch of drops because then I'm going to say, oh, see, that's why. That's why teams passed on him, dropped the ball. So I'm looking at that. So we get some Browns conversation today. We're going to hear from head coach Ryan Day as we talk a little Buckeye football in a minute. So Buckeye fans, don't move. But I just saw this on Beacon Journal on X. George Thomas, one of their great writers, says, according to a report in the Sports Business Journal, the Cleveland Cavaliers, got my hat on today, may be close to selling their local television streaming rights. It says, after acquiring the streaming rights for the New York area, NBA, MLB, and NHL teams, the report said DAZN, which is capital D-A-Z-N, will buy the rights to more NBA teams, including the Cleveland Cavaliers. Looks like they're also going to be buying the rights to stream the Pacers, Grizzlies, Timberwolves, and Spurs. The move for many of those teams became necessary because FanDuel Sports Network, it stopped. They stopped at the end of the year. So you may be asking, what and who is DAZN? And it's D-A-Z-N. Well, let me tell you who they are. They're a British streaming company known for soccer and fight events with international rights to the NFL, NBA, and the NHL. Now, they've been linked. They've been linked as a possible suitor for FanDuel Sports Network earlier in the season. So it looks like the Cavaliers could be going that route. And after that, I don't know if they will be on your cable system, if they'll be on a channel, if you're going to have to pay another fee for streaming. I don't know what that is. But we all knew that since FanDuel Sports Network was going away, the Cavs had to jump on somewhere. And it looks like they're not going to be the only team in the NBA to jump on with, I'm just calling it DAZN. I could be wrong, but it's capital D, capital A, capital Z, capital N. So I'm just calling it that. Or maybe they just call it DAZN. I don't know. But looks like that's where the Cavaliers are going to be, and you'll be able to find them there coming up this fall.
You'll find them there, wherever or whatever that may be.
So we'll keep our eyes on that. Another streaming service.
I'll look into DAZN.
Yeah, do that. I'm interested because I've never heard of them until I saw this story. I never heard of DAZN as a streamer or involved in sports or anything like that at all.
On-demand sports streaming. This seems to be a whole streaming service.
Well, the story,
maybe
it did mention they do baseball, hockey, NBA. So yeah, I'm sure it's a big. Maybe because it was British. Maybe that's why we didn't know about it. But apparently,
it looks like boxing, FIFA Plus, soccer, EWC, Esports World Cup. Oh, they have esports. Interesting. Rally TV, BKFC, and E1 series.
So it looks like that's where they're headed.
Looks like we all might be signing up for DAZN.
Another streaming
They have
service.
live TV, too. I wonder if that's British TV.
There you go.
Okay. See if I can find a Wikipedia page about DAZN.
There you go.
That'll be better.
All right. Well, don't go too far into that because I'm going to have you play a couple of Ryan Day cuts. Big Ten Media Days continued today as we're getting ready for another big college football season. Buckeyes are picked to win the Big Ten. Preseason top 25, the Buckeyes were picked number 2, I believe. Julian Sainz back. Jeremiah Smith is back. The Buckeyes are loaded again. Now, they lost a lot of great talent, but they got a lot of great talent to come in. And didn't get where they wanted to go a year ago. Just didn't get there. Had a nice regular season, beat the team up north. Got beat by Indiana in the Big Ten championship game. Kind of had to feel their oats there a little bit. Then they come back and they smash Tennessee. And then just kind of ran out of gas. I think they're absolutely a player to win a Big Ten championship. They're absolutely a player again this year to win a national championship. There's no doubt in my mind, even with the losses that they had, the group that they have returning is more than good. More than good. And they got some nice portal hits. I think they're going to be just fine. The opener, September the 5th, high noon, Ball State. And then the following Saturday, 7:30, deep in the heart of Texas. The Texas Longhorns will await Ohio State September the 12th at 7:30 p.m. And just like a year ago, we'll know a little bit more about this football team after we play Texas. Had him at home last year and won. Julian Sainz was a freshman. Got him through, won the game. Now you got to go down to Austin. It's going to be a little more difficult down there. Going to be a little more difficult. Head coach of the Ohio State talking about the outstanding wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith.
as many of you know, is somebody who in 2 years has already made an amazing impact on the game of college football. What he's meant to the game on the field, but also off the field, is tremendous. And he has a chance to leave a legacy behind, and he knows that. He's got a whole generation of young players that look up to him and who he is. He's a household name, and he's had a great offseason. He's taken the step into a leadership role, and it's great to watch him find his voice. Julian.
Now, that was Coach talking about Jeremiah Smith. How I can't tell you how good Jeremiah Smith is. I can't. I don't have enough superlatives to tell you how good, how great he is. But somebody's got to get him the ball, right? And it'll be second-year starter Julian Sayin under center for the Buckeyes again this year. And Coach Day talks about his signal caller coming up through here again in 2026.
As many of you know, is somebody who in 2 years has already made an amazing impact on the game of college football. What he's meant to the game on the field, but also off the field, is tremendous. And he has a chance to leave.
All right, that was a rerun. We'll get you the cut of on Julian Sayin here coming up. But look here. That's how good Jeremiah Smith is. We had to give you the cut twice, so you could understand and appreciate how good this guy is and how he just, he makes everybody else around him better. He's such a good kid. He could have gone anywhere. The schools dangling money in front of him after his first year at Ohio State, second year, he could have gone anywhere and look, he's getting paid at Ohio State. Don't get me wrong. But like the who's who of college football were coming after him and saying, hey, just write your name on the check. You fill it out. He said, you know what? Nah, I'm staying in Columbus. I'm going to be a Buckeye. And we're going to do it again. Okay? I love that about Jeremiah Smith. Again, solid dude. All right, here's Coach Day talking about the QB, Julian Sayin.
Julian Sayin, in now year 3 with us, year 2 as a starter, has a different look in his eye. I said before, he had great success last year. He won his first start ever home against Texas in a big, top 5 matchup, 1-0 rivalry game in the sideways snow, but then came up short at the end of the year. We all did, but when you look in his eye now, you see a different person. You see a different body. He's worked hard. He's gotten stronger. He's found his voice even more, and he's got a great look in his eye. And I think he's poised for a great season. And then
all right, there is Ryan Day of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Again, September the 5th, Ball State comes to Columbus. Next 4 games, Ohio State at Texas, Ohio State home to Kent, Buckeyes hosting Illinois, and Ohio State at Iowa. That's how we start off the first 5 games this season. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more of the Sam Bourquin Show. 25 minutes past the hour. It's AM 1310 WDPN. Stay with us.
In classrooms across the country, chronic absenteeism is on the rise.
Sophia A., grade 4, absent. Julio M., grade 6, absent.
Aisha S., grade 12, absent.
These absences are often due to the absence of crucial needs, like transportation, healthcare, a working computer, mental health support. The list goes on.
Olivia H., absent. Preston L., absent.
Chloe B., absent.
The reasons why they're absent are very real, and yet the solution is someone present to help them along their path. When site coordinators from communities and schools are on hand, they connect kids to the resources they need. And when they do, 99% of students are present and remain in school throughout the year.
Jacob O., grade 10, present.
Communities and Schools works directly with students, helping them overcome obstacles to succeed in school and in life. Learn more at communitiesinschools.org. Being present matters.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high.
It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Where does your generosity to mercy ships go? To a small village in Sierra Leone, to the eyes of a mother, to an operating room, the healing, the anxious wait, until finally, a beautiful smile. To a port in Madagascar, into the hands of a surgeon, to the eyes of the MRI technician, the scalpel, the monitor, the post-op, and finally, a mirror, a tumor removed, replaced by tears of joy. To a small fishing village in Africa, to the hopes of a boy, to his dreams of playing soccer, to the hands of a surgeon, the long recovery, until one day, the joy of finally being part of the team. Where does your generosity go? Wherever mercy does.
All right, welcome back. You hear the music. You know what time it is. First of all, it's 4:29. Second of all, it's time for Sammy's Best Bet. We do it Monday through Friday at this time right here on AM 1310 WDP. Before I give you my best bet tonight, I got to update the scoreboard in Detroit. Oh, my goodness. The Detroit Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles are in the 12th inning. It's Baltimore 9 and Detroit 9. Baltimore, Detroit, tied at 9 in the top of the 12th in Detroit. All right, last night we had one last night. The Athletics and the Red Sox out west we couldn't get there. Just couldn't get to the total. So tonight, we're going to go back out west. We're going to stay in California. We're just going to switch the teams around. The Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels. Total 8.5. We're going to go over. Pitcher for the Angels tonight, Rodriguez, his earned run average is 8.54. Pitcher for the Astros tonight, Westnick, no record, no wins, no losses, no ERA. He could baffle the Angels tonight, or they could eat him for lunch. I'll take my chances. As you know, life is too short to bet the over. We're going to go over the 8.5. Astros, Angels tonight. That's over the 8.5. That's Sammy B's best bet of the night. All right, stick around. Much more to come. Right now, it's the news and weather on 1310.
The latest news and the current Alliance area weather forecast are up next on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:30. Surprise attack from Iranian forces marked a re-escalation in the conflict with Tehran after a lull that lasted several days. Iran launched a barrage of missiles at American forces in the Middle East. The Wall Street Journal reporting all the missiles were successfully intercepted. The U.S., meanwhile, partnered with Saudi Arabia to strike Iran-backed militias in neighboring Iraq, killing at least 20 fighters. Saudi Arabia had accused the Iraqi militias of firing drones against its oil facilities, while the Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen said they had attacked Saudi energy facilities as part of a separate but related conflict. Ukraine says its forces have hit two of Russia's major oil refineries. Officials say the attack's part of Kyiv's ongoing pressure on Moscow. The strikes targeted Russian oil facilities for months, causing a fuel shortage that's brought strong criticism for the Kremlin. Fires broke out at a refinery in Russia's Perm region, another in Ryazan. The refinery is crucial for Russia's military and government revenue. The attacks came after President Vladimir Zelensky talked with President Trump while visiting Washington for the funeral of Senator Lindsey Graham. The Department of Health and Human Services unveiled a new policy that would end federal support for so-called gain-of-function research, an experiment in which scientists genetically modify an organism to enhance its characteristics. HHS said the policy would prohibit federal funding for the research in the United States and abroad. It would establish stricter oversight of certain life sciences research the government deems could pose significant risks to public health, biosecurity, or national security. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. said the federal government has a duty to protect the American people, not fund research that could put them at risk. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul warned former COVID czar Dr. Anthony Fauci there would be repercussions for his refusal to answer questions during a Senate hearing today. During his final hours in office, President Biden issued a pardon for Fauci for any crimes he may have committed related to his tenure as director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. and as chief medical advisor to the president. George Washington University law professor Jonathan Turley said Fauci is taking the fifth so as not to undermine the protection of his pardon. If he says nothing, he cannot be accused of making a new false statement. The hearing followed Senator Paul's release of a diary Fauci wrote while leading the government's response to COVID-19. Entries undercut many of Fauci's public comments, including the origin of the virus, its likely fatality rate, and that he was never involved in the closure of schools. The French government estimates 90% of so-called wildfires are the result of human activity. French Interior Minister Laurent Nunez said Tuesday 184 people have been arrested in connection with wildfires since the beginning of the summer. They're a combination of arsonists, criminals, and careless individuals. According to the French Forest Observatory, around 30% of wildfires were likely set maliciously. The observatory said since June, 5 people have been in prison, 15 placed in detention pending a trial. People found to have been negligent can face up to 2 years in prison. Those who deliberately set fires face up to 10 years, though a life sentence is possible if the fire is fatal. Wildfires in France have forced thousands of people to evacuate, with over 300,000 acres of forest destroyed. 77 degrees at 4:33. For WDPN News, I'm Clint Marshall.
Here's Mark Johnson's forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
78 warm degrees for your Wednesday afternoon. Get outside and play. Humidity is low. There's a nice little breeze out of the north, and we've got a lot of sunshine out there today. Overnight, clear and starry skies with a low of 59. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
$13.10 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Just scrolling around on X. Sham Sharamia, ESPN. How about this? Reporting for the NBA today on the details behind LeBron James. He only granted one in-person meeting during the entire time he was trying to figure out where he wanted to go. He only met with one team that whole time. Guess which team it was?
It was the Philly
Cavs.
Yeah. Oh, he met with the Cavs, huh?
He met with the Cavs at his home in Akron. This is per Shams. James, Philadelphia 76ers jersey has set the ungodly real. He has set the record for the best-selling jersey for a player switching teams since Shohei Ohtani. Wow. 41 years old. Still kind of running the show. I just thought that was fascinating. Still wielding incredible presence over the NBA. That is absolutely insane. 330-821-1310, 330-821-1310.
So I looked up DAZN.
Yeah, let's give me the scoop on that.
First of all, it's pronounced DAZN.
DAZN?
D-A-Zone.
Oh, like
it's DAZN.
Like DaBarge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's
Bears.
D-A-Z-N, but it's DAZN.
DAZN.
All right, that's dumb.
Let's see.
What else
it was
we got?
Founded in 2007 as the Perform Group, switched its name to DAZN in 2015. Let's see. Access Industries. It doesn't seem like they do anything too crazy here. Not in America, obviously. Founded by Sir, let's see, headquartered in London. 21 non-executive directors. Yeah, this is all boilerplate. Who works there? That's not helpful.
All right, we'll follow.
Now,
We'll
on-demand sport in over 200 countries and territories worldwide, including Belgium, Germany, Italian, Japan, Portugal, Spain, and Taiwan. So they're really popular everywhere but America.
Until they start doing Cavs games, Spurs games, Pacers, Grizzlies, and Timberwolves. And then everybody will know who DAZN is.
Yes. Everybody's going to be watching DAZN.
If you would have told me even 10 years ago, and somebody said, Sam, we know you're a big Cavs fan, and we know you love listening to the games on the radio. You love going to the games when you can. We know you love watching the games on TV. You're gonna have to get a streaming service contract with DAZN out of London. I said, oh, sure. That's going to happen.
It looks like, as I'm reading, they might have a deal with Paramount, so maybe you might be able to watch some of this stuff on Paramount Plus, but that's not said here. It says they're also aligned with HBO, and yeah, they've got contracts all over.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're a very diversified corporation. Holy crap. I never heard of this.
Portfolio is getting bigger by the minute.
Saudi investments? Oh, my God. Jesus.
Here we go.
They're going. They've been very busy since 2007.
Here we go.
Holy crap. Well,
were they involved with Live at all?
I haven't seen anything about
I heard you say Saudi.
Let me go back
First
to
thing
the
I thought of was
Saudi.
the Live tour.
Looks like acquisition of Foxtel. General Entertainment Authority giving it rights. Let's see. FIFA World. Now, it seems like the Saudi part of it was for 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Queensberry, Australia. I don't see anything about Live so far. No. ESPN International. No, nothing about Live.
Okay.
No.
So
they have diversified into esports, though, which is cool.
That's where you're going to be probably catching your Cavs games this year. DAZN, DAZN. All right, let's get you caught up on the Major League Baseball scoreboard. What a wild afternoon in Detroit. Bottom of the 12th. Oh, it's still wild. Orioles have taken a 10-9 lead over the Tigers. But Detroit has 2 runners on, second and third, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 12th inning. It's 10-9 Orioles. Now, a long time ago today, Tarek Skubal started the game for Detroit. Picked up his 1,000th strikeout. He shut out the Orioles in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Then the bullpen came in and imploded. The Tigers had a 9-0 lead in the 7th inning. Baltimore has come all the way back to take a 10-9 lead. But the Tigers have 2 runners on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 12th inning. So we'll stay with this one here on the Gamecast, and we'll see how this one plays out. I mentioned Skubal got his 1,000 strikeout today. They had a long-standing ovation for him. After he had that strikeout, stepped off the mound, tipped his cap. He kind of soaked it all. I think he knows he's out the door. I think he knows he's going to be traded. So then he comes off the mound today, another huge standing ovation from everybody at Comerica Park. He tipped his cap again. Kind of, walked slowly to the dugout, went into the dugout. Everybody was hugging him, high-fiving him, patting him on the back. You got to think today was his last time in a Tiger uniform. But then I'm looking at the standings today again, like we do every day, and Detroit's only 5 games out of first place. If they win today, obviously they're going to have to come back, but they could get to 4.5 before the White Sox play the Yankees tonight. They're only 3.5 behind Cleveland. They're only 3 games behind Minnesota. Well, don't sleep on the Twins. I'll tell you what, I was ready to sleep on them about 2 months ago. They're back to 500 now, Minnesota. They're only 2 games out of first place. They're not trading Byron Buxton now. No way, Jose. All right, so Baltimore leads Detroit 10-9. Tigers with 2 on. 2 outs in the bottom of the 12th inning. Where is Tarek Skubal going? Is he going to go to L.A.? Are the Dodgers going to come up with the sweetest deal? Can you imagine the Dodgers with what they have now? And don't forget, Tyler Glasnow's coming back. Snell's coming back. Their closer, the trumpet guy, Rodriguez, he's coming back. And if they add Tarek Skubal, oh my God, nobody's going to beat them. They're going to win a 3rd consecutive World Series. Folks, that's why we're not going to have baseball next year. There's going to be a lockout because if the Dodgers win another World Series this year with their gazillion-dollar payroll and showing no signs of letting up as far as spending is concerned in the revenue that flows, there will not be a salary cap. Then there will not be a salary floor. There will be no baseball next year. I'm telling you, the whole season is going to get wiped out. So this is kind of a double-edged sword here, because if the Dodgers do win it again, then there's going to be enough upheaval, and there has to be changes. There has to be changes. If the Dodgers don't win it, then there will be some owners and some players and some fans that will say, see? Just because they spent $500 million doesn't mean you win the World Series all the time. You know that's coming. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. What do you actually root for? Do you root for a three-peat to get this through everybody's skull who can't see what's going on? Or do you hope that they don't win it and you say, okay, well maybe we do have a chance. Maybe the little guys do have a shot. It's just gone final. Orioles beat the Tigers today, 10-9. Detroit now will slip to 51-58, 5.5 behind the White Sox in the division. And it could have been the last hurrah for Tarek Skubal today in a Detroit Tigers uniform. Matter of fact, I just saw this on X because people are already talking about it. What's the package going to be? What if he goes to the Dodgers? What are they going to offer? What's Detroit going to get in return? This is from Hector Gomez on X at HGomez27. Source: the package of Dodger prospects to acquire Tarek Skubal in a trade with the Tigers includes outfielder Joshua DePaula, outfielder Eduardo Quintero, and infielder Emil Morales. And there will be more added to that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't know anything about any of those guys. But I could probably step out on a limb and say they're probably the top 3 or top 2 prospects in the entire Dodgers organization. But they have so much of it that they can trade those guys away. And they can say, hey, Detroit, we know you're going to move Skubal. Here's what we're willing to give you. And then they'll probably say something along the lines of, and if you think you're going to get better from anybody else in the major leagues, you're really stupid. So, like, they already have the package lined up. Like, they're ready to wheel and deal right now. MLB trade deadline is coming up Monday. We might know by tomorrow. We might know by the beginning of the weekend that Tarek Skubal could be on his way to the LA Dodgers. Oh, that will make so many people mad.
Man.
What's the old saying? The rich get richer.
Always.
That will make look, and if you
the
talks now between the players union and the owners, oh my gosh. Oh, if Skubal goes to the Dodgers, even if they don't win the World Series, the fact that that's where he may end up going, because the Dodgers have all this stuff to offer, it's still going to make people go out of their mind. Then if they go on to win the World Series again for the third time in a row, everybody's going to say, oh, see? Look at the payroll, World Series. Look at the payroll, World Series. Look at the payroll, World Series.
Got their thumb right on the scale.
Then it's going to get out of control. I don't know how many more times that the sides are scheduled to meet before December the 1st is when the contract is up. Is it December 1st or December 31st? It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is I don't know how many more times that the sides are going to come to the bargaining table and try to work this out. But if we keep seeing things like this, you may not have baseball next year at all. Some think that spring training will be delayed or canceled or, cut in half. Some think that there will be no spring training. It'll just go right into baseball, but there'll be like a couple of weeks of teams to practice and everything. Some believe you may miss half the year. You'll blow out the All-Star break. It'll be all gone. And there are some experts that there will be no baseball at all next year. Not a pitch. Not nothing. That's where we're at. And you can blame whoever you want to blame. You can blame the owners. That's probably who I would blame. You could blame the players.
I blame the Dodgers and their bloated budget.
I mean, the greed,
yes,
the thirst for greed is at an all-time high for both. But obviously the owners have all this money because they're paying it out in a lot of these salaries. The teams that have it, the Yankees, the Cubs, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, the Angels, teams like that. Every once in a while, the Rangers go on a spree. The Blue Jays will spend a ton of money. Padres spend a ton of money. But this model, it can't keep going like this, because then it will be the LA Dodgers here, and then we'll put the Mets, Yankees, Red Sox here, Cubs, Padres, Blue Jays here, and then everybody else down at the bottom. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
You know who I want to blame? I want to blame the people that represent the players. They're the ones who keep asking for more money from the owners. Hey, my guy over here, he's easily worth $20 million.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. The owners offer the contracts.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yes.
I imagine these players having agents.
They have agents, but the agents don't.
They don't negotiate like that.
They don't have any power for the most part. Yeah, they have power. They have the player, but it's the owners with it's the big owners with no salary cap, and they've got all this money coming in. The big market teams, they just throw money. Like threw Shohei Ohtani didn't go to the Dodgers and say, "Hey, you pay me $750 million over 10 years, or I'm walking."
Jesus.
No, the Dodgers went to him and said, "Hey, here's what we're going to pay you. What do you think?"
Fortune. Here's a truckload of money.
Here you go.
Holy crap.
They're paying it They're going to the agent saying, okay, we'll give you this. What's the players? No, that's too much money. I don't want that.
I don't want to rip you guys off.
No.
Well, I mean, you're dumb enough to pay it.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's where we're at. Some of the owners are willing to do it. Most of them are not. And the ones, look here. And look, I can't even get mad at the Dodgers. I can't get mad at the Yankees or the Mets or the Red Sox. They may have a lot more money coming in through revenue, through television, through national contracts, through local deals, through radio, through stream, through this and through that. But guess what? They spend the money. They actually spend their money. You've got teams in the Major League Baseball with a pretty good amount of revenue coming in. Not as much as the big markets, but a pretty good amount. And they sit on it. And they don't spend it like a team an hour to the north from here. That's who I get mad at. I get mad at the teams who have the money or have a little bit of money and they sit on it. Don't get mad at the big market teams. They bring the money in, then they turn around and they invest it and they spend it. I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at the teams who sit on that money and they hoard it because they want to keep it. And they don't really want to win. They're just happy to have you at the park. That's my problem. And I'll bet there's some that would agree with me, and maybe there's some that don't. But don't blame the big money. Don't blame them. They're spending it. All this money the Dodgers get, they're spending it. The Yankees, they're spending it. There's no cap. They just keep spending. NFL's got a cap. NBA's got a cap. NHL's got a cap. MLB does not. No salary cap, no floor. No floor, no cap. It's the wild, wild west. And some of these teams have painted themselves into that small market corner. And for some of them, it's their own fault. It's their own fault. They made themselves small market. And I'll stay on that hill. 54 minutes past the hour. 330-821-1310. It's the Sam Bourquin Show. We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Hello, my name is Sierra Evans. I'm the Greater Carnation Festival Queen contestant number 4, and I am proud to be sponsored by Harvesting Hope in your community. Come join us as we celebrate Alliance at the Grand Parade, sponsored by Alliance Virtues and Huntington Bank. The parade, alive with marching bands, queens, and floats, step off at 11 a.m. on Saturday, August 8th from State Street at the First Friends Church. Hope to see you there as we celebrate Alliance in the Carnation Festival.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them, epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation. Because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work. Diamonds all in my ring, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player.
1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. A couple of minutes before we get you to the top of the hour. Guards and Reds coming up tonight, 7:10 at the Great American Ballpark. Maybe the Guardians will, I don't know, score a run tonight. Maybe 2.
Whoa.
Easy.
Careful.
Easy does it.
You don't want to overextend yourself.
Joey Cantillo, Brady Singer, the pitching matchup tonight down in the Natty. Again, first pitch at 7:10. Orioles beat the Tigers today 10-9 in 12 in what could have been possibly the final game for Tarek Skubal in a Detroit Tigers uniform.
Yeah, I don't know if they lost. I'm with that probably. Could see that.
Coming up here in the 5 o'clock hour, we're going to hear from Browns head coach Todd Monken. First day of camp today up in Berea. We're going to hear from Fairless head football coach A.J. Sarbaugh, the new football coach at Louisville, Jake Atkins. Fairless and the Leopards had a 7-on-7 scrimmage today, passing scrimmage over at Louisville. Brian Beatty caught up with both coaches. We're going to play both those interviews back for you. Also, if you want to see some photos, some pictures from the 7-on-7 scrimmage between the Leopards and Falcons today, WDPN Facebook page is where you can find those, and I imagine they'll be up a little bit later on the Q92 Sports Facebook page as well. We heard from Ryan Day today. Big Ten Media Days continue. College football season, week 0 is not that far away. All right, Clint Marshall ready to go with all your news. Mark Johnson with the weather. We'll come back with one more dynamite hour of the Sam Bourquin Show right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
The latest news and the current Alliance area weather forecast are up next on AM 1310 WDPN Alliance.
I'm Michelle Franzen. Americans working to stretch their budgets will not have to worry about higher interest rates for now. The Federal Reserve Board leaving interest rates unchanged. Members, though, were not all in agreement with the war in Iran driving uncertainty. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
This was a very divided, unusually divided decision by the Fed. 3 Fed officials voted to increase interest rates. They dissented with this decision. They instead wanted to see rates go up. It is very unusual for us to see that kind of division in the Fed when you're thinking about an interest rate hike like this.
Investors reacting to that uncertainty and the Fed decision, the Dow tumbling by more than 1,100 points at close. The risk of flash flooding remains in portions of the Northeast following yesterday's severe storms. Areas in eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York received 3 to 6 inches of rain in a 24-hour period. In the nation's midsection and western states, it's the heat. This is ABC News.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:02. A sentence for Alliance Police Sergeant Ethan Griffith in the crash of his pickup June 7th. He was accused of leaving the scene and was charged with OVI, failure to control, and obstructing official business. He was given probation and a $715 fine. Griffith was arrested Tuesday on a felony count of endangering children. He reportedly hit the 4-year-old son of his fiancée at White House Fruit Farm in Canfield Sunday. Police said the blows left marks on the boy's face. Griffith will appear Thursday morning in Mahoning County Court in Sebring. He was placed on unpaid administrative leave after the initial incident. 2 young children among 3 people in a Canton home when it was hit by gunfire Tuesday morning. Police say the shooting happened between 4:30 and 5:15 in the 1600 block of Roland Avenue Northeast. No injuries were reported. Police report says multiple shots struck the house, damaging a window, several items inside. An investigation is ongoing. An 80-year-old Canton man who police said was missing has been found safe. Sam Gilmore had last been seen Saturday afternoon when he said he was walking to Woodlawn Market in Jackson Township. Canton police had asked for the public's help in finding Gilmore. They have not released any other details. Diebold Nixdorf says its retail business is seeing strong growth, helping drive improved second quarter results. The North Canton-based company reports revenue grew more than 20% year over year for the second consecutive quarter, with double-digit increases across all regions. Overall, the maker of ATMs and point-of-sale checkout systems says revenue rose more than 1% to $930.8 million, while order entry increased 3%. Net income grew 28%, adjusted earnings 8%, and earnings per share 33% compared to the same period last year. New officers joined the Uniontown Police Department following action by Lake Township trustees. Darrell Clater was sworn in during the board's Monday meeting. Andrea Walters was hired as a part-time police dispatcher. Another business, the board approved more than $386,000 in expenditures and authorized the $129,000 purchase of a new truck chassis for the road department. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources warning people to stay out of West Branch Lake in Portage County. Testing of a sample taken Monday at the Michael Kirwan Reservoir found E. coli bacteria levels above the safe limit for recreational water. Officials say swimming and other contact with the water is discouraged because exposure can cause illness such as diarrhea and stomach pain. Highway Patrol investigating a motorcycle crash in Hanover Township that landed one person in a hospital. Crash happened after 7:30 this morning on Route 30 near Lindesmith Road. A medical helicopter was called to the Hanover Township garage after EMTs transported the victim to the facility. The rider was flown to a Youngstown hospital for treatment. Details of the crash and the victim's condition were not available. An East Palestine woman sworn in as the newest member of the Columbiana County Board of Elections, Peggy Caratelli, took the oath of office Tuesday to complete a term running through February 2029. She was appointed by the Ohio Secretary of State after being recommended by the county Republican Party. Caratelli has volunteered with the Board of Elections since 2020 and succeeds Greg Smith of Salem, who resigned in May. Sebring looking for a new village manager after Chris Frazier left the position. He was hired in March to replace Tim Gabrelsic, who resigned. Frazier's departure comes after council held a special meeting July 21st and went into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, discipline, promotion, demotion, compensation, or investigation of a public employee. It's not clear whether the session was related to Frazier's leaving. He declined to comment on his departure. The Highway Patrol investigating a crash in Poland that killed a 4-year-old. Troopers say an SUV left Route 224 around 5:15 Tuesday afternoon, struck an embankment in a tree, and came to rest in a culvert. The 61-year-old driver and 2 children were taken to a hospital. Authorities say drug impairment is believed to be a factor. The occupants were not properly restrained. Youngstown man accused in a July 2022 kidnapping case, now moving through the court system. 35-year-old Terrence Mackin was recently arrested on a warrant and is being held on a $750,000 bond. He's charged with kidnapping, felonious assault, and aggravated robbery. Court officials say an additional kidnapping charge filed in municipal court has been dismissed because it duplicated a pending charge in Mahoning County Common Pleas Court. Federal authorities in Franklin County today arrested a man charged in a shooting in Mississippi that left 2 people dead and 7 others injured. The U.S. Marshals Service and Franklin County Sheriff's Office SWAT team arrested 23-year-old Larry Smith Jr. at an apartment complex on the west side of Columbus. Smith was wanted in Mississippi for 2 counts of murder, several other charges. 4 other people were arrested in Louisiana. The shooting happened on July 4th in Centerville, where 911 dispatchers received a call from a hospital about 9 gunshot victims, 2 of whom died. During the investigation, authorities learned Smith was in the Columbus area and reached out for assistance with his arrest. Smith being held at the Franklin County Jail awaiting extradition to Mississippi. 77 degrees at 5:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
When man's best friend chases the family cat through the window screen, you need a rapid repair from Bonford Glass. In warmer weather, accidents can happen. When a hole in your window or door screen is keeping you from enjoying the fresh air, take that torn screen to Bonford's for a speedy, expert repair. You think of Bonford's for glass repair, but don't forget, they can take care of just about any problem you may have with a window or door, including screens. If your screens are old, worn, corroded, or torn, bring them into Bonford Glass and Alliance. Replace those shabby old screens with new aluminum or fiberglass ones that will wear better and last longer. Bonford's experts give you the quality you can depend on and service that's unsurpassed. So even if your best pal chased the cat through the window screen, just take it to Bonford's for a rapid repair. For all your glass and window needs, rely on Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Meteorologist Mark Johnson has the latest forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sunshine galore through your Wednesday afternoon. A couple of clouds cosmetically filtering in, a high of 78 warm degrees. Overnight, clear and starry with a low down to 59. Comfortable for sleeping. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM 1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Turned on the right. A rocket ride for Blade and a line drive homer. His 18th of the year, the solo shot has the Reds on the board. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. Driven to right center. At the wall. Caught! Dane Myers! A spectacular grab to deny a big fly. And the Reds shut out Cleveland 2-0.
This is deep. Did he do it? Brian Reynolds has tied this game. High fly ball, right center field, in the alley, to the track, to the wall. That ball's off the wall. The Twins are going to win the game. Caratini scores. Lee scores. The Twins rally and walk off the Royals. 3-2 the final. That's driven in the air to deep center field, and that is a glorious bomb from Shohei Ohtani.
AM 1310 WDPN. It's the Sam Bourquin Show, ready to go for hour number 3 with you till 6 o'clock tonight. Good to be with you. Hope you're having a great day. Beautiful day out. Since I think we got up this morning. Just a beautiful day. Hope you're enjoying. Hope things are going well in your world. Thanks for spending some time with us here on the program. We'll be with you until 6. Don't forget tomorrow. Big show tomorrow. Big show tomorrow. How big is it? You're saying, well, it's 2026 high school football schedule release show. That's right. Tomorrow beginning at 3, right here on 1310 WDPN, Q92 Radio YouTube channel, all of our Facebook social media platforms, WDPN on X, Q92 Sports on X. Tomorrow afternoon, it's the day, it's the show you've all been waiting for. A little kicker, if you will, for the 2026 high school football season. Tomorrow we will release our broadcast schedule for all of our games right here on AM 1310 WDPN, our sister station, 92.5 FM, Q92, and Q92 Sports Network. we are going to release our broadcast schedule for weeks 1 through 10. We are going to talk about the big matchups, the big rivalry games at the end of the year, the big non-conference games that you can look forward to, how to watch and listen to them, where to find them, how to interact with us during each and every broadcast. Special guest tomorrow, Christian will be joining us. Keller's going to join us. Brian Beatty is going to join us tomorrow as we kind of set the table for the 2026 high school football season. Now, look, we are a little bit more than, well, tomorrow we will be 3 weeks away.
Oh, God.
Does that sound right? Tomorrow's the 30th, right? Our first game, it'll be about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Our first game is on Thursday, August the 20th.
Oof. Jeez.
So about 3 weeks.
Yep.
And we're gonna give it to you tomorrow. You're gonna know everything. Schedule, teams, matchups, broadcast teams, which games are on the AM, which games are on the FM, the stream. We're going to talk about all of it tomorrow. Right here, AM 1310 WDPN showtime tomorrow at 3 o'clock sharp. Well, 3:09 tomorrow afternoon here on WDPN.
Right around 3-ish.
So we're looking forward to it. We hope you are too. Excited to break down the match. Not break them down. You know what I mean. We're going to tell you week by week. Like weeks 1, 2, and 3, we'll talk about it in the 3 o'clock hour. Weeks 4, 5, and 6 in the 4 o'clock hour. Weeks 7, 8, 9, and 10 in the 5 o'clock hour. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this show tomorrow. It all begins at 3 right here on WDPN. Tell your friends, football fans, colleagues, coaching buddies, alum, school personnel, friends and family. Right here is where it's going to be tomorrow afternoon. You can watch and listen to the show and get all ready to go for the 2026 high school football season. Hear the crowd. Listen to the crowd roar in the background. Here we go.
So I was looking at one of 2 Wikipedia pages on DAZN.
Okay, yeah, real quick.
Because there was like their corporate page, and then there's the list of programming, which is endless. Let me tell you, if there's a sport, whether it be commonplace or obscure, they have broadcast it. But it seems like as far as U.S. stuff is concerned, they are kind of the rebroadcast network for some of our stuff, like NCAA in other countries. So when a college football game wants to be aired in China or Korea or Germany or something, I think DAZN is what handles picking that up and broadcasting it over there for them. So
what Rainsburg is referencing, a story we had for you last hour. It looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers you're going to have to find them on DAZN. It's DAZN. It's a British streaming company. And it looks like that's where the Cavaliers are going to go beginning this coming NBA season. And you'll have to hook up with them, the streaming service, to be able to watch the Cavs. It also looks like they are going to be getting in partnerships with San Antonio Spurs, the Timberwolves, the Pacers, and the Memphis Grizzlies as well, because after FanDuel Sports Network went away, it's kind of open season, and it looks like that's where the Cavaliers are headed beginning this fall. Just want to throw that out there to you. All right. We heard from Ryan Day today. We heard from Denzel Ward today. Coming up in a little bit, we're going to hear from Fairless head coach A.J. Sarbaugh and Louisville head football coach Jake Atkins, as those two schools had a 7-on-7 passing scrimmage today over at Louisville. Our very own Brian Beatty was on hand. And we'll hear some of those quick interviews coming up. We're also going to hear a little bit from Todd Monken. He held his, day one press conference today at Cleveland Browns training camp up in Berea. So we got that coming up as well. Guardians and Reds tonight, 7:10. Brady Singer, Joey Cantillo, the pitching matchup in Cincinnati. Guards didn't score a run last night. 3 hits. Who knows what will happen tonight? Well, we'll see. We'll be definitely talking about that a little bit tomorrow as well. Scoreboard right now, up to the minute, up to the second, up to the pitch. Bottom of the fifth, Giants lead the Brewers 3-2. Bottom four, Padres lead the Rocks 1-0. Games that have gone final already today. Mets beat the Braves 3-2. The Mets are starting to play a little better. Baltimore was down 9-0 to Detroit. They come all the way back to win, 10-9 in 12. Probably the last start for Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal. Final, Blue Jays beat the Nationals 5-2. Diamondbacks shut out the Pirates 3-0. Marlins beat the Phillies by the score of 8-6. You're all caught up there. Also coming up a little bit later on today on this day in sports history at 5:29. Oh, do we have a treat for you? Rainsburg, I'll just tell you now over the air. We're gonna you can scrap the first one I gave you, the audio.
From 2017
with Brandon Geyer.
Okay.
So we're gonna get rid of that one.
Cool.
Because I'd forgotten today. Jason Giambi with an incredible walk-off. That's going to be our audio part of our On This Day in Sports History. You don't want to miss that coming up at 5:29. All right. Opening day for the Browns. Training camp number 1, the big battle of the quarterback room. Deshaun and Shedeur. Dylan Gabriel kind of hanging around. Taylor Green just kind of hanging around. Our poll question of the day, outside of the quarterback room, what are the storylines that you are looking most forward to for Cleveland Browns training camp this year? Offensive line, defensive backs, wide receiver room. What are the storylines that you're really paying attention for? And by the way, if you missed it last night, Denzel Ward re-ups with a contract extension. Today, Grant Delpit re-ups with the Browns, one of the other defensive backs for a contract extension. So they're going to be with the Browns the next 3-4 years. I guess that's good. I mean, both good dudes. Guess the Browns have money sitting in the coffer. They got to spend it. So it went to the DBs here the last 36 hours or so.
Hey, like you said, better to spend it than just sit on it.
Well,
yeah. I know the NFL is different.
Yeah,
they have different
much
rules.
Different. Ross says he's interested in Bill says the offensive line and the linebackers. How's Carson Schlesinger going to do again this year? He was off the charts last year, kid out of UCLA. How's he going to look again? Gregory says, who are the idiots paying money to go watch this team and then do nothing but complain?
Totally fair.
Patrick says, I can't do another year of Browns quarterback throwing dimes in practice videos. I just can't. Well, Patrick, stay off of social media because that's all they're showing today is Deshaun and Shedeur throwing perfect passes to wide receivers who aren't being covered in training camp.
We're living in Shedeur 2 Electric Boogaloo, everybody.
And it's the same. Like it's this goes for every team, I guess. But like some teams actually win. Some teams like have a habit of going to the Super Bowl. But it's the same thing. Training camp. Everybody takes the same videos of the same passes, the same catches, and they continually post on the social media platforms. So you're seeing it from person A, B, C, D, E, F, G, same thing.
Well, those are guaranteed clicks right there.
And it's quarterbacks throwing 8-yard routes or a 15-yard fly pattern. Guy makes a catch. Hey. But then when it comes to the regular season, our guys are getting sacked. They're dropping passes. They're fumbling the ball after they make the catch. It's the same old story, but it started. I told you the Hall of Fame game's coming up here in less than 2 weeks. It has already started. NFL football is back in 2026. Let's hear a little bit from Todd Monken, his first press conference of the 2026 Cleveland Browns training camp. It all got underway earlier today on Lou Groza Boulevard in Berea, Ohio. Here is the coach, first-year coach, Todd Monken of the Cleveland Browns.
Ultimately, I really can't remember.
Does it feel any different for you, Todd? Now this will be your first training camp practice as a head coach. What does that mean?
A dream come true is probably the best way to put it. You work your whole life for an opportunity. Not sure if it ever come, and if it didn't, then that's what's meant to be. So obviously, a dream come true. One thing I did tell the team, now that I remember what I said, was I was going to tell the team it's time, right? Oh, it's time. But if you came and watched us practice, when they stepped on the field in the spring for whether it was rookie minicamp, voluntary minicamp, mandatory minicamp, or OTAs, it was time. I mean, they practiced their rear ends off, so I don't expect anything different come today.
We know where you left off with the quarterback issue. Where are we now? You just pick up alternating at this point?
Yeah, nothing's really changed. We anticipate alternating. First of all 4 quarterbacks are going to compete. They all won't get equal reps. Obviously, we will alternate just like we did in the spring, Deshaun and Shador with the ones.
Do you have a timeline on when you want to quarterback one, and how do you plan on picking up reps from
The easiest way for me to say that, and it still won't stop you from asking, not you particularly, but everybody in general, is the first game. We're going to have a starter the first game, right? I mean, ultimately, I'm not going to decide who the starter is. They decide by their play. Their play decides who the starter is. I don't have any preconceived notions of how they played in the past or how they're going to play. I only can, with my eyes, judge. And guys got to play well around them. I think we've shored up some things up front. We've added some weapons on the perimeter, so I think that's going to help. But they'll decide who plays. I don't decide who plays. The players decide who plays.
Do you mean first game of the season or first game of preseason?
First game of the season. No, we're going to play in the preseason.
Right off the bat, the Chicago game, you'll play starters?
We're going to play in the preseason. I won't back myself into a corner. Right now, I plan on playing the starters, but I plan on playing our guys. We got to see what we got, right? Especially at quarterback.
All the way back to the owners' meetings, the practice, you noted that you would not be able to do equal reps, obviously, for these guys. So, in terms of the reps, will you sort of start to maybe trend towards your presumptive starter? All of a sudden, look out there and start to see one guy maybe taking more first team reps?
It's possible, but I don't decide that. The players will decide that. As you start to see, as the camp goes, and you start to see less rotation, you start to see individual players at every position get more reps with the one, it's a pretty good sign they're a one.
There's head coach Todd. You know what? Cleveland Browns, can you do everybody a favor? Can you mic up the media people asking the question? It's 2026. We can hear what the coach is saying, but could you please put a microphone in the hands or put a boom mic over the media members who are asking the question so we could hear both? It's really not that hard.
I mean, honestly, in this day and age, you could just throw a phone in the middle of the crowd and it'll probably pick all that up just fine.
I mean,
anything,
for
please.
Christ's sake, give them a microphone.
Microphones are so tiny nowadays, you can hide them everywhere.
Every year, I don't understand it.
Pass a little lavalier around. Anything.
People want to hear the question. We want to hear the question.
Yeah, it's weird when he just answers the void.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Day one of training camp, and I'm ready to go up there and just start firing people. All right, let's take a break. 26 minutes past the hour. We'll step away. We'll come back. We'll put our smiley faces back on, and we'll get you into On This Day in Sports History. You don't want to miss that. Stay with us.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, is hiring traffic control flaggers, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell. As a mom, I want my kids to have full bellies, big dreams, and all the energy in the world to chase them. That is what I want for all kids. But right now, millions of kids in America are living with hunger. That means too many children are going without the meals they need to thrive. And that's just not okay. But the good news is this is a problem that we can all solve. No Kid Hungry works every day in schools, in communities, and during the summertime to make sure kids have healthy meals all year round. That's why I support No Kid Hungry. So let's do this. Let's give all the kids the chance to grow up healthy and strong.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
$1310 WDPN. It is that time on this day in sports history. We do it Monday through Friday at 5:29 here on the show. I'm going to take you back to 1940. John Sigmund. Remember John Sigmund? St. Louis, Missouri. He completed a 292-mile swim down the Mississippi River. The swim from St. Louis to Caruthersville, Missouri took him 89 hours and 48 minutes. Holy cow. On this day in 2003, Marcus Giles of the Atlanta Braves tied a major league record. He went 5 for 5 to give him hits in 9 straight at-bats. The record was shared by 10 other players at that time. All right, I've been waiting to play this all day. On this day in sports history, oh, boy. Remember our good man, Jason Giambi? Remember the old man, Jason Giambi? Comes to the plate, a chance to be the hero, and he did it.
Swung on, hit high, hit deep to center. It's got a chance. Gone! Jason Giambi with a walk-off blast to center. How about that? 42 years young and about to get mobbed at home plate. The most popular player in that Indians clubhouse with a pinch hit, walk-off home run to dead center. And the Indians win their 5th in a row.
And boy, did they need it. On this day, July 29th, 2013, Tribe beat the White Sox 3-2, and well, that was a big win. That was a big win for the Tribe as they really took off after Jason Giambi walked it off. That was fun. News and weather coming up 1310 WDPN.
Here's the latest news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:30. Anthony Fauci refused to testify, and yet his non-testimony turned raucous Wednesday morning. Fauci, the former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and public face of the federal government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, refused to answer questions from Kentucky Senator Rand Paul and his Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs. Paul chastised Fauci for invoking the Fifth Amendment after having received a pardon on President Biden's last day in office. That, Paul argued, should have precluded Fauci from pleading the Fifth, since a man with a presidential pardon cannot incriminate himself. David Schertler ceded the right of Fauci began speaking. Paul said the attorney had not been recognized to speak and was not authorized to sit at the table. When he continued speaking, Paul had him escorted from the room. Fauci's other attorneys remained in the room. Federal appeals court turned down an attempt from Democrats, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, to block the president's overhaul of rules for mail-in voting. Court of Appeals panel upheld a May ruling from a federal judge in Washington that rejected a request from Democrats for a preliminary injunction against an order that directed federal officials to compile lists of American citizens and compel states to only let people on the list register to vote and vote in elections. Judges on the panel said at the present time they cannot act against the order. Mayor Zoran Mamdani's administration has published a searchable database of Big Apple properties that could fall under the state's new second residence tax, effectively doxing thousands of wealthy New Yorkers. The city's Department of Finance uploaded the list, which purports to cover all unoccupied non-primary residences in the 5 boroughs worth above $1 million. It includes full names and addresses of every property owner. Database included several A-list New Yorkers, including director Woody Allen, Vogue magazine editor Anna Wintour, and actress Cynthia Nixon, a loyal Mamdani supporter. Post counted over 960,000 residences and individuals in line to be hit, though just 31,000 were supposed to be subjected to the new levy as sold to the public by Mamdani and Governor Kathy Hochul. Haiti's Provisional Electoral Council said Monday the country will hold presidential elections in December. Haiti has not held any elections since November 2016's presidential race, resulting in the victory of Jovenel Moïse, who postponed 2019 legislative elections and was ruling by decree until his assassination in July 2021. That led to violent gangs overrunning the nation and taking control of a large swath of territory, including areas of the capital city of Port-au-Prince. New surge of gang violence halted initial efforts to hold an election this year. Haiti's top electoral authority published its calendar Monday, marking December 13th as the date of the first round of new presidential and legislative elections, with a runoff slated for February 21st. Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky said Wednesday Dr. Anthony Fauci will face a vote next week that could mean contempt of Congress charge. Fauci was subpoenaed to appear before the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee to testify on issues related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Fauci refused to answer any questions, citing the Fifth Amendment. Paul, who chairs the committee, said it's against the law to obstruct an investigation of Congress. He then scheduled a contempt vote for next Wednesday. Paul said he was subpoenaed here to testify, refused to answer questions even after being directed by the chair and being advised of the law requiring him to do so. He cited a privilege that is unsupported because of his blanket pardon from the president and because he waived the privilege by testifying at the start. In closing, Paul said Fauci supported research that led to the, quote, largest man-made plague in human history. 77 degrees at 5:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Area Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sunny skies for the most part through your afternoon. There'll be a couple of clouds mixing in here and there. Dry, lower humidity, comfortable weather, 78 degrees. Overnight, clear and starry skies again, staying cooler. Our low, 59. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Something new. Stop.
1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. We'll be with you until 6 o'clock tonight. 330-821-1310. 330-821-1310. Let's see. I got a couple of notes from the NFL. First of all, I want to read you about the official release on the Grant Delpit signing for the Browns today. They re-upped with Denzel yesterday. Grant Delpit today, 3 years, $48 million extension that includes $35 million guaranteed. Second in 2 days for a key player in the team's secondary to get a contract extension. Denzel yesterday, 2 years, $62.2 million, $52 million guaranteed. $31.1 million annual average value makes Ward the highest paid defensive back in NFL history for the second time in his career. So those two positions are sewn up for the next several years. Out of Falcons camp today, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa sidelined with what the team considers a flare-up of an undisclosed injury. According to here comes Stefanski again, flapping his gums but not saying anything.
Specific.
A flare-up of an undisclosed injury, according to Coach Kevin Stefanski. The Falcons did not reveal the nature of Tua's injury Wednesday, but told ESPN's Adam Schefter that the veteran QB is dealing with a tight back. I got a tight back.
Same.
Nobody's talking about that. Tua and Michael Penix Jr. both out right now. So the Falcons are going to sign Cooper Rush to strengthen their suddenly injury-ravaged quarterback room. Then there's this little fun piece from the Beacon Journal, another article from George Thomas. The Cleveland Browns have been picked for the worst uniforms in the league by the USA Today company.
Are they any different from last year's, or are they same?
Well, it's just overall. All their uniforms, home, away, their special uniforms, their throwback uniforms. Quote, from the horrid color combination to the boring presentation, Cleveland's still the only NFL team without a helmet logo, all the way to the Dude Wipes sponsorship of their monochrome brown uniforms. Alpha Dog alternates, which land somewhere between self-decripitating and humiliating, writes Nate Davis. They remain anchored to the bottom of the list, and their secondary dog pound logo remains underutilized, further proof of the cultural aversion to wins.
Yeah, we don't have a helmet with like the dog on it at all?
Nope.
That seems short-sighted.
Nope. Let's see here. Criticism of the lack of wins aside, written like someone who seems to possess little knowledge of the team's history. You know, the one that the team named after Paul Brown, the team's first coach.
Yeah.
And George goes on to say, well, what should the team colors be? Fuchsia? Green? What should the logo be? What actually represents Browns?
Look, brown and orange hasn't been a great color scheme since the late 70s.
It's tough, man.
It's a tough color scheme.
It's tough. You know, the Browns, brown and orange, the Bengals, black and orange.
Yeah.
Bowling Green wears brown and orange. I don't know of any other. I mean, I'm sure there are.
Oh, yeah, for sure. High
in
schools,
college.
I'm sure.
Oh, I know college.
Yeah, lots of
high school, Claymont wears brown and orange.
Okay.
Then there's a couple of other schools, Ironton. But like in the NFL, Cleveland's got the only brown and orange combo. And then in college football, like I just mentioned, you know, Bowling Green is one. It's tough. It's a tough combo because you really can't, like, brown, orange, you can incorporate white a little bit. Maybe a little gray. It's tough. It's tough to dress it up. Again, this was from USA Today. It was one person's look at it, but they don't like any of their uniforms.
Have we ever had a uniform where it's mostly orange with a dash of brown? Because I feel like that wouldn't be too bad.
You know, they actually, if you go back and look at the history, just Google Cleveland Browns uniforms history, you'll see all the different takes they've had on the uniform over the years. Some have been okay. Most of them have been god-awful. Whether it's been orange tops, white pants, orange tops, brown pants. Like, to me, the brown pants need to go away and never, ever, 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 ever come back again. It's awful. It's absolute. I don't even care about the all brown with the brown. Get out. I don't want to see it again. The all whites look kind of clean to me. I've always been a fan of the brown jerseys, orange pants, orange helmets has been like the classic look, and we had a little success with those, you know, back in the day. But like these, the throwbacks that they have come up with, like the all brown, and then they wore this all white with the white helmet. And
I see that.
Gross.
I don't hate the orange with the white or the white shirt with the orange pants.
No,
that's not terrible.
I like that. I can do that.
I can deal with that.
I can
all
even
brown with the orange accents is really bad. That's really bad.
It's horrible.
Even if you just do the all brown with white numbers, it doesn't look nearly as bad. But all brown with orange numbers,
Yeah, it's bad.
Jesus, that was a misstep.
It's bad.
that one didn't go over well.
You know, not too long ago, they had a big release party on their uniforms.
I remember
if you can ever track that down, oh my God. They came out with like 9 different, this was for one season.
Oh, I think
they came out with 9 different uniform combinations, and except for like one, they were all bad. And they made a big deal about it, this big party, and invited all these people. It was this is how bad it was. They did a live television show. I think it was on Channel 5 because they had the rights holders to the Browns preseason games that year. They did a live made-for-TV show of the Browns uniform release, and they were so bad. It was
more people
so
were excited
bad.
about that. That sounds so fun.
Look, you just need to look. It's Cleveland. Just stay with the basic. Stay with the all-white, orange helmet, white tops, white pants, brown numbers and letters. And then if you want to wear the brown jerseys and white pants, orange helmets, I'm cool with that. If you want to wear orange pants every once in a while, don't try to get so cute. This isn't LA. It's not Miami. Don't get cute. Just, you're kind of limited anyway with your color scheme. Just keep it simple.
Found a graphic that says it's from 20 to 23, but it seems like it has most of the uniforms we were just talking about. And yeah, most of these are not good.
Yeah, and there's
one that has like brown and orange numbers. They're like brown numbers with an orange outline on white jerseys, white pants.
Yeah,
that's not terrible.
And there's another one. There's a couple out there with orange jerseys, brown pants, orange jerseys, white pants, and it's just.
I think if you're gonna go orange, like orange pants or orange jersey, you just got to go all orange with a little bit of. You go all orange with white numbers. That'd be interesting. Maybe a little bit of brown accents on like the shoulders and the pants.
Ugh.
These brown pants with orange lines are atrocious.
Yeah. So they just need to go back to the nice, clean, and maybe win some games, and we won't make fun of it so much.
We're gonna have to have a fashion segment where we talk just about the best uniforms in the biz.
Oh, we will. And the Browns will not be on that list.
No, they won't. They will be at the bottom of that list.
Holy cow. We're going to do one for high school this year.
Oh, cool.
High school uniforms, because a lot of teams now are getting, some are getting a little too cute. I don't want to step on toes or hurt anybody's feelings, but some of the teams are getting a little cute with their uniforms. We're going to have a little come to Jesus moment at some point this year. And I'm going to have to tell you how we're going to do things.
I mean, look,
okay.
It sounds like you've got that hill. And then, you got your problems with the numbers in high school.
Yep.
So I think you're going to just have to pick a battle to fight there.
I've got all kind of battles.
I don't know if we can fight both of those at the same time.
Uniforms getting too cute.
Numbers getting too big.
Bands playing the Hey song all the time. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, man.
Oh, God. Went a whole couple of months without thinking about the Hey song.
You call me Mr. Negativity here.
Forgot about the Hey song.
Don't forget tomorrow, 3:00, it is our 2026 high school football schedule release show. It's 3:00 tomorrow here on 1310 WDPN, WDPN on X, on Facebook, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel, Q92 Sports Facebook page. It's going to be everywhere. We're going to tell you all the games are going to broadcast. We'll break them down weeks 1 through 10. Christian's going to join us, part of our broadcast team. Keller's going to be on, one of our broadcast team guys. Brian Beatty, who's going to be my partner this year on Q92. Brian's going to come on. We're going to talk about the games, the matchups, how you can interact with us, how you can listen to the games, how you can kind of see what's going on during the game as far as time and down and distance and score and all those cool things. A big show tomorrow. We're excited about it. The big schedule release tomorrow, 3:00 right here on AM 1310 WDPN. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to hear a couple of quick interviews that Brian Beatty did earlier today with Fairless head coach A.J. Sarbaugh and Louisville coach Jake Atkins. They had a little 7-on-7 passing scrimmage today, and we were there. We'll come back, and we'll get into that after this. 1310 WDPN.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
High school football returns to WDPN Friday night, August 21st. This is Christian Bigglesworth. My partner Derek Dimmitt and I will be calling the action all season long. And the games will also be streaming live on AM 1310's Facebook and X pages, as well as the Q92 YouTube channel. Get ready for another amazing season of high school football, starting August 21st, right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go? I did it. I got the job. I can't believe it. I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
California.
1310 WDPN. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show. Earlier today over at Louisville, home of the Leopards, little 7-on-7 passing scrimmage today with Louisville and Fairless. And our very own Brian Beatty was there. We got some great photos from that passing scrimmage. If you want to look at those, they're up right now on the WDPN Facebook page. Go check those out. Give us a little like, share, and follow. Get you ready for a little football today. Brian also had a chance to catch up with each coach after the passing scrimmage today. And A.J. Sarbaugh will come up first. He is the head football coach of the Fairless Falcons. Has done a great job since taking over there. Actually, our first, nope, I'm not going to release it yet. That's tomorrow. Oh, stop me right there.
Whoa, Sam, slow down.
Yo, easy there, fella. Brian Beatty caught up with Coach A.J. Sarbaugh earlier today over at Louisville after that passing scrimmage, and let's take a little listen right here.
Here with Coach A.J. with Fairless, and just a quick recap of this summer.
Yeah, I think our summer's gone really well. You know, we always try to get the best competition we can see. We had a 7-on-7 with us, Green, Kent Roosevelt, Minerva, and went to Mount Union for camp. We also saw Rocky River there and Harrison Central, Canton Valley, and Green. And last two nights, we've seen two really good programs in Central and Louisville. So I think we always try to challenge ourselves in June and July and get as many reps as we can and try to get ready for August when the pads come on.
Perfect. You named captains yet?
We have 3 captains as of now. Mikey Ritterbeck, who's a 3-year starter at quarterback, Peter Snavely, who's a 3-year starter at tight end and DN, and Logan Riley, who started a couple years for us at left tackle. And then we'll name a couple more captains next week as well.
Very good. Any things that surprised you? Any newcomers that surprised you this summer?
I think our young kids are really doing a good job. Our freshmen and sophomores, our numbers are a little low in that class, but our juniors and seniors have played varsity football for us the last 2 years. So we do have a lot of guys back. So we're fortunate to have experience, but those key spots on special teams and backups, because you're going to get someone hurt eventually, like it's high school football. So I think that's where we're looking for those freshmen and sophomores to really develop, to get guys blows on special teams and going for a series here on offense or defense. That's going to be really important for us to have success this year.
Very good. We're going to have Sam Bourquin. I'll have you on 92.5 week 1 against Sandy Valley at Sandy Valley. Any ideas what you're going to match up wise, new coach and everything down in Cardinal land?
Yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully, we're going to trade film with them, see 2 scrimmages, but a lot of times people are vanilla in scrimmages and they hide things. So we're going to have to do what we do and execute. And, week 1s are always interesting and even Brian and I coach against each other for 9 years, and you see stuff in scrimmages, and week 1 is when people can come out and surprise you a little bit where you haven't shown it. So we'll see what we get from them and get a better idea in scrimmages, but your guess is as good as mine right now.
Perfect. I appreciate the time and good luck this year, Coach.
Thanks, Brian. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Yep.
There's Brian Beatty talking to. There's Brian Beatty talking to AJ Sarbaugh after that little passing scrimmage this morning. Looking forward to catching the Falcons this year. Next, he talked to the head football coach at Louisville, Jake Atkins, starting his first year as the head coach of the Leps. And Brian caught up with Coach as well. Here's what he had to say.
Atkins, first year coach at Louisville High School. How are we doing, Jake? Good. How are you, Brian? Doing well. Just want a quick update, see how summer went this year, and just what we're looking forward to this season.
Yeah, we've had a really good summer. Went extremely fast. Kids are working extremely hard, just taking one day at a time. Little bit of new things on offense and defensively. But overall, the kids are gelling together, learning the new things that we're doing on both sides of the ball. And overall, they're just doing a great job communicating and working extremely hard.
Perfect. Released the captains for this year yet?
Yeah, we did. We have some great leaders on our team. Don't have a large senior class, but I believe it's the right seniors that we have. We're going with 5 captains this year. Those 5 are going to be seniors Trevor Burek, Aiden Norris, Colton Doherty, and then 2 juniors, Owen Wilson and Cody Zaylor. Trevor brings a lot of experience to us as a 4-year starter, 4-year letter winner. Same with Aiden Norris, Division I kid going to UConn. This will be his 3rd year playing. And then Colton Doherty, big part to our defense, play the middle of the field for us on defense, and he'll also be a 3-year letter winner. So got some great leaders on both sides of the ball.
Great. Being a former Leopard and now coming back being a first-year coach, what's it feel like sitting in the head seat, being the head coach here for the Louisville Leopards?
It's been amazing. Louisville is such a special place. It's where I grew up, had some tremendous coaches, and just the community, just the pride that you feel from so many people, with the tradition. It's just amazing to be at a place like this, surrounded by great people that care so much about the kids and football on Friday night. So I'm just blessed to be a part of this and just looking to continue the strong tradition that we're all about and, doing the right things both on and off the field.
Perfect. Do you have a slogan this year for the back of the T-shirt, and what does it mean?
Yeah, we do. So something we preached to our kids early on this year is what we say STW, and that acronym stands for Steer the Wheel. And really, we tried to take that message outside of football. In a nutshell, what that means is, each student athlete is in charge of their own life, both on and off the field. Their life is like a wheel. So inside that wheel, there's many spindles to the wheel where they have to learn to balance their life: football, academics, relationships with their family, friends. And we just try to, keep a strong message of taking control of your wheel, being accountable for your actions and things like that. And that's what we try to instill in them, take control of yourself and then the people around you. So I think it comes down to accountability, and the kids are really embracing that message and doing a great job with it. So
perfect, Coach. Well, appreciate your time and good luck this season.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian.
Beatty there for doing a couple quick interviews for us over at Louisville this morning with Fairless and Louisville with their little 7-on-7 scrimmage. And again, if you want to see some photos from that scrimmage, go to the WDPN Facebook page. We got to post it up there, and you can comment on those.
Sam, this computer is playing tricks on me. It said there was a minute left in that audio. I promise you. I don't understand.
Good thing I put my headphones because I heard him wrapping up the interview. I go, it's got to be over.
Yeah, I was like, why does it say a minute? Sam, this computer today. It's trying me. It wants me to get angry.
It's another thing I'm going to have to add to the complaint list.
I'm not doing it. Not today, computer. You're not getting me today.
You know, I got a nice 36-inch wooden bat at home.
Ooh.
And I can always bring it in.
You're familiar with the movie Office Space, I see.
I most certainly am.
I got to use that as bumper music. I don't think we have it in the system.
Yep. I'm not afraid to bring that in and use it. Let me tell you. Trust me, I am not afraid to get that bat out.
Oh boy, what a classic scene! I stole something else.
Let me see. What time is it? We got
about a minute.
Okay, I do want to get this in real quick before we go. Kind of a serious note here. The University of Mount Union and family of late Purple Raiders baseball player Mike Rogers. We all remember Mike. They will hold their 9th memorial golf outing in his name on Saturday, August the 22nd at Tannehoff. It'll begin at 1 p.m. The outing is held annually to benefit fundraising efforts for the Mount Union baseball team and continued improvements for Rayfield Rogers Field on the campus of the University of Mount Union, right over there on 23rd Street. Registration will close Friday, August the 14th, $90 per person, $360 for the foursome. You can get whole sponsorships available and all that good stuff as well. So make sure that you check that out. That is coming up here on Saturday, August the 22nd, supporting the Mount Union Purple Raider baseball team and renovations to continue at the Rayfield Rogers Field. Saturday, August the 22nd, 1 p.m. at Tannehoff Golf Club. Wanted to make sure we mentioned that before we bid you adieu, which we are going to do here really soon.
In about 9 seconds. I overestimate.
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, just like the computer. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, our 2026 high school football schedule release show. Can't wait for that tomorrow. 3 hours. We're going to be breaking down the schedules, which games we're going to broadcast, AM, FM, stream, all the goodies that come with that tomorrow. Put that on your calendar. 3 o'clock, 1310 WDPN. Great job by Rainsburg today, as usual. Thanks to all of you for participating in the show. We always appreciate that. And guess what? We'll do it all over again tomorrow at 3 right here on AM 1310 WDPN. Until then, and as always, go Guards, go Browns, go Bucks, go Cavs. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the weather, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.